Good evening, everyone. It's Man City versus Chelsea. It's a Champions League dress rehearsal, and we're pumped up for it. We're pumped up for it. Pep Guardiola hates us. He can't stand playing against Chelsea because he knows what happens. Everyone's going to write this game off for Chelsea. Everyone's going to turn around and tell you that Chelsea are just there to make the numbers up today for Man City's title party. Do not buy that for a second. Don't buy it for a second. There are changes to both teams today. Man City, Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Laporte, Ake, Mendy, Rodrigo, Torres, Sterling, Aguero, Jesus. Is that a back three for Man City? We have to wait and see. Chelsea's team, Mendy's in goal. Reece James comes in at right wing back. Azpilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, Thiago Silva dropped to the bench. Alonso's in. Left wing back. Billy Gilmore's in. Starts next to N'Golo Conte. And the front three is Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech playing in behind Timo Werner up front. Massive, massive game today. It really, really is. The Chelsea substitutes, just to confirm, no Mason Mount today. Mason Mount's not in the squad. It's Kepa, Emerson, Livramento, the youngsters in on the bench. Zuma, Jorginho, Havertz, Hudson-Odoi, Abraham and Giroud. Big, big game. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing all right. I am slightly hungover today. Work party. Work party after work that went on for ages to the early hours of the morning. Far too many drinks today. So, water today. Good to see you guys in. Sean, Chriso, Dale, Richard, Paul, Martin, Matrix. Exactly. Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. Hopefully not. Hopefully, we say. Timothy, how you doing? Yeah, sorry guys that I wasn't at home today for most of the day, so that's why I've not pulled up the stream earlier. So thank you for joining. I'm glad that you were looking for me and you found me. This is Chelsea Man City. Ignore the hype about Manchester City and winning the title. Winning the title. I know, Sean, it is. Dano, good to see you. Timothy as well. Yeah, they do say the hair of the dog, but the fact of the matter is I've got no beers whatsoever. Deary me. Dale, thank you very much for becoming a member. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. Yeah, Martin, thank you, mate. The clock's there. Matrix is telling me to drink mineral water. Jaden, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Don't forget, membership is now open on the channel. 99p to be a member. $2.99 a month if you want to take part in Chelsea Q&As for members only. Just $2.99 a month. 99p a month otherwise to become a member. So thank you very much, Dale. Dara, good to see you, mate. Dogbone's in. Got such a good crowd. Leaf, Ghost of Ruvy's here as well. I'm not sure, Chriso, if they're doing the three at the back, but they've got Ake, they've got Laporte, they've got Diaz in there. They've got three centre backs unless Ake's playing, but you've got Mendy and Cancelo, so they're going to be playing by the looks of it. It might be matching our formation, going 3-4-3 to match us up. You never know. But we've been playing 3-4-3 under Tuchel since he arrived. Sometimes, as a manager, if you make a last sort of minute decision to switch your tactics, or you switch your tactics for just one game, then it doesn't normally work. Let's hope. Both teams, as I say, have made a lot of changes. No De Bruyne, no Foden for Man City. They're probably on the bench. And Mason Mount is rested for the game today. He's not even on the bench. Leon, good to see you, mate. He's here midday in Barbados. It is windy. It is blustery round here. Well, this is in London. Not sure what it's like up in Manchester. CFCB, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Thomas Tuchel shirts are on again. Steve, yeah, it's good to see Billy Gilmore. Let's hope that he can influence the game today. But we do have, as I say, we do have Jorginho on the bench if we need to change it and bring more experience in. Martin's nervy today. Never be nervy. It's all good. It is all good. Don't buy into the coverage. Don't buy into People talking Man City's title today if they win the game. This is Chelsea. We like to turn up and spoil people's parties, and especially this. And don't forget, people, this, I don't know if you know or if you're aware, I'm not sure if you sort of understand, this is the Champions League dress rehearsal, Champions League final. On Sky, the game is on Sky. I am watching this on the Sky app, which is 1 minute delayed. Sky are building this up, showing the celebrations of title winners, Man City and Chelsea. This is big. This is huge today. This is a massive, massive game. And if Chelsea win the game today, imagine psychologically the advantage that will give us over City. Bearing in mind, we've already beaten them in the FA Cup semi-final. Big results today in the Premier League. And last night, Leicester losing to Newcastle. Tottenham getting beat by dirty Leeds. Chelsea have got a chance to go above Leicester into third with a win today. That's massive. A massive incentive for Chelsea to go out there and perform. Spoil the party. Sky are showing Man City's 3 Premier League titles. They're doing the build-up to the fact that they could win their 4th Premier League title. Hopefully not. It always reminds me. Woodshadow, good to see you, mate. Leon as well, as I said earlier. Richard. Desreen, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you very much for joining from Jamaica. We've got Barbados, we've got Jamaica, we've got guys over in the States, I know, in the UK, around the world. Thank you very much for joining the stream. If you've never seen football commentary before on this channel, from a Chelsea perspective, then hopefully give it a go and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So we're about 5 minutes from kickoff. I'm a minute delayed from the normal coverage. My hair's all over the shop. I'm drinking water. Dogbone, he is a young English fullback. The screen's fine. We're back. We are back. We are all good. Deary me. Is the screen frozen? Hopefully not. Can you still hear me? Here we go. We're back. We're back. We are all good. All good. Just a little technical slight issue. I'd much rather that happens before kickoff. We are back and it's all good. Rio, how are you? Good to see you, mate. Michael, Leicester's bottle syndrome. Paul, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you very much, mate. Membership on the channel. So we've got Jamie Redknapp in the Sky Studio with Kelly Cates and Micah Richards. Hi, Jane. There's the man. I believe he's leading the team out today. I know Cesar will be captain as Aspie's playing in the back 3 today. John, good to see you, mate, as well. Plenty of changes for Chelsea today. The Chelsea team is Mendy in goal. Back 3 is Aspie on the right. Christensen in the middle. Rudiger on the left. Wing backs are Marcus Alonso, George Michael, and it's Reece James on the right-hand side. Midfield 2, interesting. N'Golo Kanté, the absolute machine. You've got I can't get my words out. N'Golo Kanté in your team, you've got a chance of beating anybody. Peyton, good to see you, mate. Monster as well. Conte's in the middle of midfield next to Billy Gilmore today with Jorginho on the bench. Chelsea have rested some players. In behind Timo Werner up front is Hakim Ziyech and Christian Pulisic, which both guys didn't start the game the other night. This is good. Man City got made plenty of changes as well. Aguero's playing up front. Sterling and Jesus, I believe, are in the team. Are they in the team? Yeah. Raheem Sterling's named as captain. So here we go. This is the teams. Man City, and it looks as though it is a 3-4-3. Ederson's in goal. Let's test him today nice and early. 3 centre-backs, Diaz, Laporte and Nathan Ake. Midfield 4 even. Is it a 4? It is a 4. Ferran Torres on the right. Rodri, Cancelo in the middle and Benjamin Mendy on the left-hand side, and the 3 up front, Jesus, Aguero and Sterling. Plenty of changes for both teams. Both teams are strong today. And it is an interesting decision by Pep Guardiola. Walker, Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Gundogan, all on the bench. Chelsea's team, as I said, Mendy's in goal. Back three, Aspi on the right, Rudiger on the left. Christensen has been outstanding. All three of them have been in the middle. The midfield four changes. Marcus Alonso's in. Left back, Conte, Billy Gilmour, Reece James on the right. Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner and Christian Pulisic up top. Big day for Ziyech today. Hopefully. Chelsea bench, Kepa, Zuma, Livramento, the youngster, Emerson, Jorginho, Hudson-Odoi, Havertz, Tammy Abraham and Rylan Giroud. Never see him in the same room. That's all I'm saying. Right, let's get this game underway. We're about to get going. Big decision, as I said, by Pep Guardiola to change his formation to match up Chelsea today. And sometimes a tactical switch like that doesn't work. Bearing in mind, Thomas Tuchel has played this formation ever since he turned up. And he's not done too bad, has he? Pep and Tuchel, fist pump. Come on now, Chelsea. Let's win this game today. Let's win this game. Sorry, this is getting careless whispers. Yeah. Rhetorical, good to see you. Good to see you. Don't forget Conte's missed some games this season, so I don't think playing him today is going to be an issue. We got Man City today. We got Arsenal Wednesday. I'm back for more live footage, live commentary on Wednesday. And then don't forget, FA Cup final next week. I won't be doing a live commentary because it's the last time for me to have a blowout with my mates. We're going to be watching the cup final, having a few beers, because in a couple of weeks after that, my baby's due. So I need to be behaving myself for a few weeks, just in case. So FA Cup final next week, there won't be live commentary from me, unfortunately. But I'm sure you guys will let me have one game off, just to have a bit of a blowout. Anyway, let's get back on point. Big games today. Big day for Billy Gilmour. A chance for Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic. Timo, can he continue his goal-scoring form? He's got a couple of goals in recent weeks. And Reece James, Marcus Alonso. Come on now. Hello, Lily. How you doing? So, Chelsea going to kick off. Get me clock going. I'll get everything ready. No one's reminding me, have they? Timo Werner's about to kick off. Chelsea kicking from right to left. Blue shirts, blue shorts, white socks. Man City in their normal light blue shirts, white shorts, light blue socks. Taking a knee. And here we go. Timo Werner's about to kick off. And he does. He plays it back to Billy Gilmour. Gets a touch nice and early and plays it to Alonso. Man City pressing. It's gone to Rudiger. Back to Alonso. Ball inside to Hakim Ziyech. Back to Tony Rudiger. Ziyech is being a man today. He's got short sleeves on. Fair play to him. I don't want to see people wearing gloves. Anyway, we play it back to Mendy, to Aspi. Reece James into Conte. Flick ball over the top. Just inside our half. Looking for Pulisic, but Aki mops up and gives it to Rodri. It goes back to Diaz. Plays a 1-2 with Cancelo. It looks like Cancelo's playing on the right-hand side. It looks as though they are playing a weird formation here. It looks like Cancelo's a right wing-back. And the ball goes out of play for Chelsea. Bonio, how are you? Yep, 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water and 30% is covered by N'Golo Conte. Ball's gone out of play. It's a Man City throw-in, 10 yards inside our half. Mendy to take it, the left wing-back wearing gloves. What's wrong with him? Come on now. So Mendy to take it. He's taking his time. Torres drops deep. Aguero drops deep. He goes up the line to Sterling, who lays it off to Aguero, but Chelsea nicking and win it. Aspi out for a throw-in. Man City. Looking for Chelsea to kick off here. We're looking at Chelsea just kick on, carry on their form, their good form at the moment, being solid. Mendy throws up the line to Sterling. Aspi's with him. It's Aguero. Aguero goes down, claiming a free kick. Doesn't give it. Chelsea managed to get it away, and Ziyech finds Pulisic. 10 yards inside our half. Pulisic up against Nathan Ake. Mendy's caught him from behind. Nice little... it wasn't anything major. Just tripped him. Chelsea free kick. Right on the halfway line. Wide right. Our right back position. And we take it quick over the top. Looking for the run of Timo Werner, but it's played too high. And Edison comes out and claims it. They roll it out to Rodri. He's closed down by Billy Gilmore. Goes back to Diaz on the edge of his own box, and he's forced back to Edison, who takes a touch. Chelsea are pushed up. They're not really pressing. They're just pushed up to the edge of the box. So he goes square to Laporte, who plays it inside to Sterling, who's dropped deep. Conte's there with him. He goes past Conte, and he flicks the ball away from Aspi, but Christensen did well. Aspi went to go and make the challenge. Christensen watched it, and the ball goes all the way through to Mendy as he's overplayed it. Good covering. We play it out from the goal kick. Can you guys hear me all right? Hopefully you can. Can't hear myself, which is very strange. Tony Rudiger. Back from Alonso. Rudiger goes back to Mendy. Mendy, right-hand side. Goes across to Aspi. Corner of the box, right-hand side. Ahmed, good to see you. Play it into Pulisic. Pulisic to Reece James. Shut down by Mendy. Plays a good ball inside to Gilmore. Under pressure from Ferran Torres. And he plays the ball just looking up the line. And he plays it out of play, unfortunately. Good to see you, mate. Right, here we go. Perfect. I'm glad you can hear me. Otherwise, it'd be pointless watching. Right, so Mendy takes the throw in back to Aki, who's then shut down. We go back to Laporte. Timo Werner's after him. So he goes square to Edison. He comes one more to Diaz. Shut down by Ziyech. Plays the ball high up the line. Aguero and Sterling trying to come across. And now it's falling to Torres. He's got him behind us. He's running to the right-hand side of our box. Shoots just under pressure from Tony Rudiger, who gives him just a little bit of a shoulder as he's about to pull the trigger. And the ball goes wide. They play the ball up the line from inside the own half. It bounces just on halfway. Christensen goes with Aguero. It was actually Sterling, I think it was. And it's gone over their heads. And Torres has mopped up. He's collected the ball and he's driven towards our goal. And Rudiger has run all the way back to catch him. Gives him a little bit of a shoulder as he pulls the trigger wide right, high over the bar. But they got in behind us for the first time. Chelsea play it out from the back as we do with the goalkeeper. Man City's press has won it off of us. Jesus on the left wing. Reece James up against him. Plays it inside to Sterling, but Aspi's there to nick it off of him and finds N'Golo Conte. Plays the ball up the line to Pulisic, who nutmegs Rodri. But Rodri comes back and wins the ball off of him. And he's gone back to Diaz inside the centre circle. Ball wide left to Aki. Aki collects the ball. Moves 10 yards forward. Stops. Goes backwards inside to Sterling, who's dropped deep to get the ball. Mendy. Aki. They're definitely playing three centre-backs. Aki on the left. Laporte in the middle. Diaz on the right of it. With Cancelo right wing-back. And with Mendy left wing-back. Man City just knocking it across their back three at the minute. Now they find Sterling 5 yards inside our half. He's crowded out and goes back to Aki. To Rodri now. Shut down by Billy Gilmore. Goes back to Laporte, who's halfway inside his own half here. Dead centre. Plays it 10 yards forward to Rodri. He's got no options to go square. And goes square to Diaz. Diaz plays it back to the edge of his own box to Laporte, who just flicks it back to Edison. Chelsea pushed up, but just standing on the edge of the box here. Not actually going in there. And pressing. Now Werner goes to shut down Edison, who goes to the right-hand side to Diaz. He's got Hakim Ziyech shutting him down. He's forced him towards the corner flag. Ziyech. Diaz is trying to hold the ball up. Plays it forward. And then Tony Rudiger in the back of Ferran Torres fouls him. And it's a Man City free kick. You don't need to foul there. When you're in their half, just stand up. That's what Tuchel was saying to Rudiger. He's telling him, just stand up. Don't dive in and make a stupid challenge there. Right, Man City are playing it across the back three. Edge of their own box here. Shut down by Werner. Laporte inside to Edison again. They're looking to try and open Chelsea up, but Chelsea are doing well in their shape. Now they play it forward to Rodri. He's shut down by Gilmore. Goes back to Diaz, who plays a long ball up the line, towards the halfway line. Jesus there with Christensen. Gone down. Headed the ball out of play. No free kick. It's a City throw-in. Halfway inside their own half. Cancelo finds Rodri. Shut down by Pulisic. Goes back to Laporte and now finds Sterling. One more is Nathan Aki over halfway, left to centre, driving forward. Aspi goes out to meet him and gets a block in his attempted pass. And then Reece James mops up, gives it to Aspi. Christensen on the edge of our box. Man City backing off. He's got time. Stops it, gives it to Conte. He's got Aspi to his right. Aspi collects the ball and tries to launch the ball forward. It's been blocked Aspi can go back and collect it under no pressure whatsoever, just outside our penalty box. Gives it to N'Golo Conte, and his crossfield pass has been blocked, but Rudiger's done well to win it under pressure, and he plays the ball forward, looking for the run of Timo Werner, but it was deflected. Werner would have been in, but it was deflected away the other side, and Man City have mopped the ball up. Sterling plays it into the feet of Jesus, halfway line, flicks it back to Sterling. Chelsea come out to meet him. It's gone to Jesus, edge of the box, shot blocked. Referee says play on. Mendy shoots, and he shoots well wide. Man City are looking to get in behind. What they're trying to do, they're trying to play a nice little inter passes. Sterling or Jesus are dropping off the front line. They're dropping 10 yards off of our back three, finding a little bit of space in behind Gilmour and Conte, and then they're trying to turn and break on us. But Chelsea have got this counter-attack, which we all know is potent. We just got to play the right ball. At the moment, Pulisic and Werner are up there next to each other. Ziyech is just floating in behind. So Mendy takes the goal kick, gives it to Rudiger, gives it to Alonso, who launches one, right-footed high towards the centre circle, and Rodri wins the first header up against Werner, who's then chasing it down. Werner, Ziyech comes across, goes out of play for a throw-in. It's a Man City thrown on the halfway line, right in front of the benches. Pep Guardiola is up, giving his players instructions. No mucking about from Alonso. He just launched it. Right, Man City taking their time with the throw-in. The focus of the coverage at the moment is on the back three of Man City. I don't know why. They take the throw-in short, goes back to Ferran Torres, and he swings it wide left now to Aki, centre circle. Or just over the halfway line, Sterling, to Rodri. Bottom of the centre circle, comes to the right-hand side to Diaz. 10 yards inside his own half. Chelsea now pressing. Cancelo collects it. Ball inside to Torres. He's got Rudiger and Alonso all over him. Referee says play on. He's led it back to Rodri. He's found Sterling. Mendy's on the outside, but the ball's poor. Reece James read it and won the ball back. Gives it inside to Aspi. Gives it to Mendy, who launches it. Right-footed. Going to bounce just before the halfway line on the right-hand side. And Laporte just tries to play, he chests it and just goes straight back to Ederson from the halfway line. Ederson, just stop him. He's got the ball 5 yards outside of his box. Chelsea set about halfway inside the Man City half, giving them a lot of space to play their passes along their back three. And Laporte now finds right-hand side to Diaz, and he plays a long ball up to 10 yards inside our half on the wing. Jesus wins a flick on against Christensen, but Rudiger is on the cover and collects it. Conte picks the ball up. Wide right is Reece James with 10 yards of space just inside our half. Bottom of the centre circle, Conte finds Gilmour. One more to Rudiger. No option, so goes back to Christensen. He's been shut down, so he goes back to Mendy, who's going to play it first time to Aspi. Chelsea working the ball well and moving Man City about. Pulisic's dropped deep to get the ball and he's got it. And he's turned away from Rodri, and then Rodri's caught him. Rodri's caught him and he's doing this to the referee. What did I do? You caught him, mate. That's why your free kick's been given against you. Complete peace. What's wrong with him? Aspi, bottom of the centre circle to Gilmour. Flicks the ball to his right, to halfway line to Pulisic. Lays it off to Reece James. Comes inside. Ziyech looks to make a run and Reece James is crowded out and he's lost the ball. But Conte gets in and nicks it back and wins it. Conte striding forward as he did in midweek. Halfway inside their half. Gives it to Ziyech, who plays it first time wide right. Pulisic and Rodri go for the ball. It's a bit bitty at the minute. Ziyech's pass wasn't good. And it sort of held up a bit. And it's gone out for Chelsea throwing. Halfway inside their half, right back position. Reece James takes it to Aspi. And as he does that, Man City push up. They push up to halfway inside their own half, the defensive line. Rudiger now, left-hand side. He takes on Torres and he stops. Goes back to Christensen. Bottom of the centre circle's Aspi. Inside's Billy Gilmour with a bit of space. Lays it off to Rudiger, who's got space. Werner makes the run, but Rudiger doesn't play the right pass and gives it straight to Cancelo, who plays it inside to Rodri. Back to Laporte. Chelsea pressing high. Diaz goes back to Ederson. Werner sort of jogging up to Ederson to shut him down. He plays it wide left to Nathan Aki. Into the feet, looking for Mendy, or Sterling it was. Hold on a minute. This is good. So they played the ball inside, looking for Sterling. N'Golo Kante's nicked the ball off of him, and we played it forward to Timo Werner on the outside of the box. And Raheem Sterling, having lost the ball to Conte, dives in, foot up, and he catches Werner on his ankle on the right-hand side of the box, right corner. Werner's down, foot up from Sterling. He's booked rightly so. If anything, he's claiming he's got the ball. He did, but he took the man out first. He's caught Werner. Werner's down. Is he up now? But Werner was caught. He's up. Sterling shakes his hand. Foot was up. Raheem Sterling's foot was up as he went in for that challenge, and he's caught him. Dangerous position for Chelsea. Alonso to take this and swing it in left-footed. Should have been a red card. You're right, Gennaro. You're definitely right. Foot up. Alonso's over it with Reece James. Interesting enough, Hakim Ziyech has walked away. Alonso's looking at this. He's looking at the goalkeeper. Come on. Remember, guys, I'm a minute behind the normal coverage. No spoilers in the chat. Man City got a 5-man wall. Man City's wall. Chelsea, the free kick is about 3 yards outside the box, wide on the right corner of the box as we're looking, as we're playing forward. Man City got a player down, kneeling behind the wall. It's actually Reece James who takes it. Alonso dummies it. The shot's blocked by the wall, but Alonso's done well to collect it by the corner flag and goes back to Reece James, and he's forced backwards to N'Golo Kante, who swings the ball first time wide to Timo Werner. Inside to Hakim Ziyech. First time on the ball for Ziyech. Cross comes in towards the back post with Pulisic. Nathan Ake does well to head it away. Chases his own clearance by the byline, and he plays the ball up the wing. Up to halfway. Aspi, great first touch on the halfway line. Wide right. Kills it. Plays it back to Edouard Mendy, excuse me. Ball to Gilmour. Wide left to Rudiger. Every time we pick the ball up in the back line, Werner's on his bike. He's making his runs. He's drawing 2 City defenders with him. Chelsea got possession inside our own half still. Pulisic, right of centre, goes wide right to Reece James on the halfway line. Inside is Pulisic, who's got 10 yards of space. Finds Ziyech in loads of space. Alonso's up. Wide right is Reece James. Alonso's back post, heading towards the penalty spot. Cross comes in, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. Good move from Chelsea. We had men over. Cancelo is suspect. We all know he likes to get forward. We all know Cancelo likes to push in. But Chelsea, when Ziyech picked the ball up, he chose the ball wide right to Pulisic, but he had 2 players to his left-hand side with a men over. Maybe it was the wrong ball. But never mind. But Chelsea is battling in here. Man City are trying to play the ball around, and Chelsea's press is good, and we forced them backwards to Ederson once again. Smash the like button for me, people, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you for being here. This is not a watch-along. Ederson finds Torres, who flicks the ball out to Cancelo. Alonso's with him. He flicks the ball inside to Rodri. Rodri switches it wide left. Mendy, halfway line now. Looks for an option up front. Hasn't got one. Allowed to come forward. And lays the ball off to Jesus, who goes back to Rodri. Conte's in front of him. He thinks, I don't want nothing to do with that. So goes back to Ake. And he goes back to Laporte, who's halfway inside his own half. Wide right now to Diaz, inside his own half. And Chelsea's pushing up as a unit together, and we're forcing them backwards once again. Ederson plays the ball to the right-hand side, but gives it straight to Alonso. He tries to find Ziyech, but gives it straight to Rodri. He plays the ball up to Aguero, who turns Christensen on the halfway line. They're away, and Sterling's driving forward. He's got Aspi in front of him, wide left. He's got Aguero and Mendy. Finds Mendy, turns inside Reece James into the side of our box. Reece James gets back in and flicks the ball away. And then the ball comes out to Rodri. He's about 25 yards from goal, and he shoots, hits a Chelsea defender, and goes off for a Man City corner. But Christensen went in with Aguero. As the ball's played up on halfway, Aguero spun him, and he was away, and he flicked the ball to Sterling, and Sterling had the space to run forward and attack our back line. If you go that far forward to win a challenge, you've got to win it. So, Man City corner. Chance for their defenders. The height, Mendy, Diaz, Rodri, Laporte, all in there. Cross comes in, and it's flicked on over the bar. Nathan Ake making himself a nuisance, as he normally does from corners. The ball's played towards the near post into a melee of players. There's 8 players within 5 yards of each other, and Aki heads the ball towards the goal. It comes off the back of. Let's have a look here. It comes off the back of. I think Laporte gets it. It hits Rudiger's head, then comes off of Aki and goes over the bar. And Chelsea now breaking left hand side. Ziyech finds Werner running towards the box, left corner, comes inside. Werner finds a ball wide to Billy Gilmour coming onto it on the D, and it's been blocked. But Chelsea now give away another stupid free kick. They block the shot. It comes out to Alonso, who's 25 yards out, dead centre. And Alonso fouls Jesus. But Chelsea getting in down the wide positions. And it's Cancelo once again. Chelsea exposing Cancelo. He's useless defending. He really can't be bothered. And we're finding space there. We're just giving away stupid free kicks. Man City play the ball forward to halfway. Chelsea win it. Conte chests it down. 1-2 with Pulisic. Shut down but keeps hold of possession, Conte, and then gives it away. Jesus finds Torres on the halfway line. Rudiger, big strong arm, wins the ball off of him and draws the foul. Well done, Rudiger. Does well, using his strength and his body to get in front of the ball. Yeah, Spurs was funny this afternoon, we have to say. Remember, no spoilers in the chat, people. I'm a minute behind the coverage. Chelsea have got the ball. Aspi, back to Christensen, inside our own half. Aspi, forced back to Mendy. Aguero goes to shut him down. Mendy passes the ball inside to Conte, who makes himself available, as he does every time, and he gives it to Aspi. Pulisic, shut down by Aki, back to Aspi. The ball goes over the top one more. Laporte gets in front of Werner, and he's won the ball, and he plays it back over his own, over halfway inside his own half to Diaz, who then finds Cancelo right at the centre circle. Back to Diaz, bottom of the centre circle. And Rodri up against Conte. Conte's given him a bit of a pull. Referee buys it and gives the free kick. Most clean sheets in Europe, top 5 leagues. Chelsea, Man City with 31 this season in all competitions. Right, Man City take their free kick backwards. Laporte to Diaz, right of centre. Plays a long ball high over the top, down inside the channel, and Christensen comes across with Jesus. He collects it, holds it up, but forced back was to Cancelo. Plays a 1-2 of Jesus, shut down now by Ziyech, who turns inside and finds Rodri. Halfway inside our half. Sterling's dropped deep to get the ball and flicks it up to Aguero, looking to lay it off. But Aspi nicks in and wins the ball. And now Pulisic comes away with it. And he's driving across the pitch from right to left. And he finds Hakim Ziyech on the halfway line. Werner goes to make a run and he finds him. The Man City line has stood up and Werner's got in, but he's been forced by the goalkeeper towards the corner flag. He's holding the ball up, Werner. Finds Ziyech, left corner of the box. Shut down. Man City's, all their defenders are back in play. And Alonso collects the ball. Goes back to Christensen, inside the centre circle. Aspi, wide right to Reece James. And then Aspi's been taken out by Mendy as he looked to play a 1-2. Chelsea free kick. Reece James doesn't look impressed. But never mind. Well done, Timo. Timo made a good run. Ziyech saw his run. He made a run in the channel. He was just slightly offside, though. So it wouldn't have mattered. It is very similar to the game at Wembley. Hi, Len. Good to see you. Ozzy, good to see you as well. So we're 20 minutes in. Werner's taking deep breaths. He's going to be in every time, Werner. Keeps making those runs across the mid there, defensive free, and he's finding the space in the channels. So Hakim Ziyech this time to swing the ball in, left-footed in-swinger. It's about 30 yards from goal, wide right. Man City holding their defensive line on the top of the D, outside their box. Aspi, Rudiger, Christensen, Alonso, Werner, Pulisic all there. Billy Gilmour's lurking, as well as Reece James. Cross comes in. Ake wins the header, heads it away, but Pulisic collects it. Edge of the box, turns towards the byline. Up against Raheem Sterling, flicks the ball away from him and goes back to Hakim Ziyech, who tries to flick it inside and gives it away. Man City looking to break. Aguero and Ziyech, who's given the ball away, fouls Aguero, who's drawn the foul. And it's a Man City free kick. Deep inside their own half, wide left, literally left-back position. It's a very cagey game at the moment. Both teams have got in behind the other. But as yet, the goalkeepers have not been forced into any saves at the moment. Man City play the ball out to Diaz, who goes inside to Laporte, who's about halfway inside his own half. Chelsea are pushed up but not pressing. They're literally about 20 yards, 15 yards inside their half. So he's forced wide to Aki, who flicks the ball up the line to Raheem Sterling, but he's got Aspi all over him. Goes out for a throw-in. Chelsea's running in behind will be in all day long. Mendy's going to take the throw-in. He's 10 yards inside our half, left back or left wing. Goes to Rodri. He's forced backwards to Laporte. 10 yards inside his own half. Comes wide right or right of centre to Diaz. Chelsea shuffle across. Defending our half now. Everyone's back behind the ball for Chelsea. They're trying to find space and Mendy goes up the line. They find him, but he heads it back inside to Raheem Sterling. But who's there? Conte, but he gives it to Mendy. Back to Rodri. Rodri, back to the centre circle. Diaz, wide right now to Cancelo. Comes inside, straight away under pressure. Forced backwards to Diaz. He strides forward, halfway inside our half. Crosses the ball forward, and Aspi gets in front of Aguero. Wins the first ball. Then Mendy flicks a header off of Reece James, and it goes out for a Man City corner again. Left-hand side. Our right-back position, Man City corner. Let's get this ball away. They're dangerous from set plays. Let's defend this well. Mendy, command your box, mate. Come out and grab this. Rudiger's organising with Mendy and Aspi. All the players are up for Man City. Take their time. Who's taking the corner? Corner swung in, flicked on at the near post, and then Aki's there, but it's headed away by Marcus Alonso, who wins that. Who wins the header, and it goes out again for another Man City corner. They're trying to drill the ball in low to the near post and flick it forward towards the back post with Aguero and Laporte on the back stick, but Chelsea get the ball away. Another corner for City to be taken by Ferran Torres. Right foot in swinger. Let's get the ball away. Cross comes in again. This time it's higher and Mendy's claiming it right over the top of the head of Diaz. And now he's driving forward. He's got a big shout to somebody on the left-hand side and he throws it out to Hakim Ziyech, who's got Conte with him. Werner makes that run again and Ziyech looks to find him, but he can't. They flick it forward. Mendy wins the header. And then Laporte mops up and there's Chelsea just pressing Cancelo. He finds Rodri. He's got Ziyech all over him. He goes inside to Diaz, who now goes square to Mendy. He's halfway inside his own half. Chelsea doing well here. Man City not really finding the space at the moment, but they are dangerous. They're looking to play that ball into someone in midfield and then flick around the corner. So Diaz has got the ball. Chelsea are backed off. And now he's forced to play the ball and he gives it straight to Reece James, who's under no pressure. Brings it down, gives it to Gilmour, back to Aspi. He's halfway inside our half and goes left-hand side to Rudiger. Flicks it to Alonso. Under pressure, gives it away. Diaz tries to play a ball forward. Hakim Ziyech mops up for Alonso. And it's a Man City thrown right in front of Thomas Tuchel. And the bench, Cancelo to take it. Mason Mount is rested for the game. He's not even on the bench. He's played virtually every game, so it's fair play. So, Cancelo to take the throw-in. Goes inside to Ferran Torres. Under pressure, he flicks the ball high out to the left-hand side to Aki on the halfway line. Gives it to Sterling, who plays the ball inside to Rodri. Turns away from Gilmour, but then Timo Werner brings him down. Top of the centre circle. Rodri's moaning at the referee about being fouled. He's a dirty git himself, Rodri, for God's sake. Get on with the game. Right, they play the ball, dearie me. They play the ball right to Cancelo. He's got one eye on Alonso, who's closing him down, and he just literally does that thing where he puts his foot up to control it. It rolls straight underneath his foot. And then he fouls Marcus Alonso, who won the ball off him. He goes back to Christensen. Aspi, right of centre. Plays it up to Pulisic. Nathan Aki's brought him down, but Aki's won the ball. Referee says play on. Sterling, left corner of our box. Plays it into the feet of Aguero, who's made a run the other way, and we win it. Alonso comes away with it. Ferran Torres turns him down. Turns him inside. Billy Gilmour now. Wide left to Alonso, on the halfway line, left wing. Inside is Gilmour, 10 yards inside of him, gives it to him, and gets it back. Werner goes on that run again, up the line, and he plays him in. Laporte's come with him. Werner, edge of the box. Laporte catches Werner. Werner's gone down. He's given a throw in. Werner's been caught on the ankle. Right on the edge of the box. Left hand side of the box. Referee's given no free kick. Let's have a look here. So Werner collects it. Yeah, he flicked the ball away. Laporte's has actually flicked the ball first. Then he's caught Werner on top of his foot after. It isn't a free kick. Hopefully Werner's all right. He is. He's up. He's limping a little bit, but he's all right. He's up. Keep running, Timo. Keep getting in behind him. So we take the throw in quickly. Ziyech and Alonso looking for a 1-2. And they've actually caught Hakim Ziyech offside. Right by the corner flag. Their right back position. Tuchel's up. Arms folded. Shaking his head. Guardiola's sitting down, having a chat to his coaching staff. They take the free kick short across their defensive line. Aki gives it back to Laporte. Laporte, no options. Goes to the left-hand side to Aki. Halfway inside his own half, plays a big ball high forward, looking to try and find Aguero, but Mendy covers it all the way with Christensen, and Mendy collects the ball. And now he rolls it out to Rudiger, left-hand side of our box, just outside it. Conte shows inside and he gives him the ball. Conte then, no option to the left, stops, switches play to Aspi, who can stride forward in Madrid. Man City are backing off all the way. Aspi's halfway inside their half. Now gives it to Reece James. Back to Pulisic now. Back out to Reece James. Now Man City, 6 players defending the box, across the line, across their box. Gilmour finds Rudiger. Gilmour, dead centre, 25 yards out. Flicks the ball to the right to Conte. Goes back to Rudiger on the left-hand side. He's got Alonso outside of him. Gives it to him. Alonso goes backwards. Man City with everyone behind the ball. And they're 10 yards inside their half. Now they're beginning to press out as we move it backwards across. And then Chelsea trying to play little balls inside. We've done it. We've actually found Werner. Pulisic, edge of the box, right-hand side. Into the feet of Alonso. And he's dummied it, thinking that there was someone behind him. Man City clear it, but only as far as Aspi, who's won it. Conte, edge of the box, wide left now. Ziyech, left corner of the box. Cross blocked by Cancelo. And he gets the ball away. Up to Jesus, who beats Gilmour. And he's striding forward, Jesus. And he's trying to find a ball inside. And Christensen tries to block it. They've picked up second ball. And they overplay the pass to Aguero. He's forced wide, right wing. Level the edge of our box, Aguero. Holds the ball up. Chelsea now back in their shape. Cancelo, inside to Rodri. Sterling's dropped deep to get it. Lays it off to Aki. Halfway inside our half. Forward to Jesus. He's got Rudiger behind him. For the time being, Rudiger's playing right of centre. They play the ball square to Diaz. Plays it inside to the feet of Ferran Torres, who plays it to the left-hand or the right side to Cancelo, who's forced backwards to Diaz, who goes back to the bottom of the centre circle to Ferran Torres, who goes wide left to Aki, just inside our half, shut down, so goes back to Laporte. Laporte into the feet of Sterling. He's got Gilmour all over him. One more to Mendy. Reece James goes back to Aki. Laporte now, halfway line, looking for an option, hasn't got one. So flicks the ball straight out of play, in between Aki and Mendy. How much money are you paid per week and you just kick the ball out of play? That's shocking. Deary me. Aguero's doing this, shrugging of his Guardiola is just doing this, walking away. The Chelsea throw, and we go short, and we've worked it well with Aspi, Reece James and Gilmour. Christensen's got it now. Plays it to his left to Rudiger. Christensen's 10 yards outside of our half. Goes out to Aspi on the right-hand side. No shots on target from either side at the moment. Christensen's got the ball. Plays it to the feet of Gilmour. First time back to Aspi. One more to Reece James. Inside to Gilmour, who does that ball up the line. And Reece James is charging after it, but Laporte comes across and goes back to the keeper with Werner shutting him down. Ederson takes a touch and then gets it away. He's got a great kick on him, Ederson. And it goes to Aspi, who heads it back towards Mendy. And good job, because Jesus read it, tried to catch it ahead of Mendy, but Mendy stepped outside of his box and cleared the ball. Conte now finds Billy Gilmour. Comes away from a challenge from Sterling with the ball. Well played, Gilmour. Wide left to Ziyech, who rides the challenge of Cancelo. Ziyech driving to the corner of the box. Alonso's outside to the byline. Cross comes in towards the far post. Reece James, edge of the box, right hand side, drills a shot. It comes to Werner. Werner puts it in the back of the net, but he's offside. Unlucky. Werner made a good run for the cross from Alonso. He made a run in and out. And then Alonso's cross was overplayed. Yeah, Werner made a run. He's sort of in and out, and he sort of went towards the near post. And as the cross has gone over, he's 5 yards offside and doesn't get back onside in time. Man City take the free kick. Sure, they're playing it across their defensive line, and Diaz is shut down by Ziyech. So he goes back to Ederson. Laporte plays it to the left-hand side to Sterling, who's dropped deep to get it. Pulisic scarpers after him, stops him, goes back to Aki. Now Laporte, bottom of the centre circle, looking for a big pass out to our left-hand side, and he swings one high, looking for Cancelo, but Alonso wins it. Gives it to Ziyech. Ball inside to Gilmour. There's Werner in the channel, in behind Diaz and Cancelo. Werner, edge of the box, left-hand side. Unlucky. You can see what he's trying to do. He's left of centre, Werner, and he's fronting up the defender, and he's trying to do a curler with the right foot to curl back inside, and he gets it wrong, and it just goes out of play for 5 yards wide. But Werner is being very clever here. What he's doing, I keep talking about Cancelo. He's useless defending. He wants nothing to do with it. And Cancelo is going forward, and Diaz is getting exposed, and Werner's getting in behind. Man City take the goal kick, and they play it to Diaz, who gives it to Cancelo, who plays an awful pass back to Diaz, who's got to go back towards his own byline. And now they've worked it across the left-hand side to Nathan Aki. Finds Laporte just outside his own box. Chelsea in a defensive shape, sort of backing off, but inside their half, not pressing. They're forced to the right-hand side to Diaz. No space. So goes inside to Laporte. Bottom of the centre circle, looking for a big ball over the top to Mendy, who wins the first header inside. Aspi goes up against Jesus and wins a header, and Jesus goes down claiming his foul. Referee says play on. Gilmour, right of the centre circle, plays the ball wide right to Pulisic. One-on-one with Mendy. Now Aki's there supporting. Aspi's on his outside. Ziyech inside to Gilmour to Ziyech. 1-2. Pulisic does well to hold on to it, edge of the box, finds Reece James, tries to find Gilmour and gives it away to Aguero, who's tracked back. Ball inside to Ferran Torres, and now finds Aguero over halfway. To his left is Sterling, he lays it off and Aguero's going. Aspi goes across, edge of the box, Sterling rides the challenge of N'Golo Kanté, gets the shot away feebly. It bounces 5 times before Edouard Mendy just dives to his right. Nice and comfortable. But they're doing well, City, at the moment. They're trying the space they're trying to do. One of their front three drops off, gets the ball into the feet, and then they try and flick round the corner. They've done it a couple of times. Chelsea now try to find Timo Werner up the line left-hand side. The ball's gone out of play. Man City throwing deep inside their own half. Feeble shot, really, but comfortable for Mendy. It's a game of chess, this one. Massive respect between the two managers and the two teams. You can tell. Both managers are up in a technical area. Tuchel, arms folded, looks stern, but watching the game. Man City play it forward to Sterling. He stops and he goes back to Laporte. Bottom of the centre circle, finds Diaz. He's got a run of Ferran Torres, but he plays it into the feet of Jesus. And there's Christensen going with him again and forces him backwards to Cancelo. He goes back to Diaz. And Diaz plays a 30-yard ball wide left to Nathan Aki, who brings it down on the halfway line. Goes 10 yards further forward to his left-hand side to Mendy. Now he gets the ball back. Now he's found Laporte, bottom of the centre circle. Gets the ball out from under his feet and plays the ball into Rodri. Gives it straight back to him because he's surrounded by Chelsea players. Wide right to Diaz. Goes one more to Cancelo. Alonso's there to isolate him. Force him inside. He forces him backwards. Nearly plays the ball out of play. But Diaz does well to claim it and win it. Rodri. Laporte. Plays the ball up to over the halfway line, left-hand side to Aki, who strides forward. He's got Mendy outside him. James goes. Plays the ball inside to Jesus, who Conte nicks the ball off of him, but gives it away to Rodri. Wide right's Cancelo, right corner of our box. Trying to take on Alonso, who he gets a cross in Cancelo, and it's sort of half blocked and easy for Chelsea to clear. But Man City's won it back on the top of the centre circle, inside our half. Sterling, Aguero, Chelsea back in numbers, defending. Everyone behind the ball. Laporte comes wide to Diaz, right side of the centre circle. Goes inside to Laporte, who's inside the centre circle. Rodri, Chelsea in defensive shape. He plays it wide left to Mendy. James goes out to meet him. Ball inside to Sterling. 1-2, and Mendy's away. Gets a cross in, but there's Christensen near post to thump the ball away. It's gone out for a corner. Man City are trying to do well here. It is a good game. It's a tight game here. You can see both teams respect each other immensely, and they don't want to give anything away. Timo Werner's runs will be decisive today. Just keep doing them and finding the space. Get in behind Cancelo. Right, Man City players are all up. Rodri, Diaz. Cross comes in from Torres. Aspi wins at the near post. Big header away. Forced them backwards halfway inside our half. Cancelo shut down by Werner. Goes all the way back to Ederson. Well done, Timo. Remember, people, no spoilers in the chat for me. Smash that like button for me on 63. Can we get up to 100 before the second half kicks off? Ederson rolls it to Diaz, who gives it to Cancelo, who goes backwards to Diaz, halfway inside his own half. To his left-hand side, he's got Laporte, who collects the ball. Laporte. Left-hand side now to Aki. Inside to Aguero, who's dropped really deep to get the ball. Aguero. To his right is Rodri. Top of the centre circle. Goes one more to Cancelo. 20 yards from goal. Tries a cross. Blocked by Alonso. Chelsea do well there in defensive shape. And it's Man City throwing. Cancelo to take it. Goes backwards. All the way towards the halfway line to Diaz. And Ziyech goes to shut him down. So he goes inside to Laporte. Centre circle. Laporte now. Strides forward. To his left is Aki. Finds him. Aki strides forward. Mendy, level the edge of our box on the wing. Ball inside to Sterling. Gilmore's after him, so he goes backwards to Laporte. Halfway inside our half, dead centre. Werner comes out to him. To the left is Aki. Ball into the left corner of our box, our right-hand side to Sterling. Back heels it to Mendy, and he overplays the cross. It takes one bounce and it's out of play. He's getting forward, Mendy. They're trying to. At the moment, both of their wing backs are getting forward. They're having more jaw than our wing backs at the moment. But in saying that, our wing backs look comfortable. So Alonso to take the throw. It's Waters and Liam hungover from last night. Work party on Zoom. Too many beers. So we play a 1-2 with Ziyech, and Alonso just gets the ball away. Up towards the halfway line. Laporte collects it, gives it to Diaz, 10 yards in front of him. Shut down by Chelsea, back to Laporte. Rodri, inside the centre circle. Goes to his left-hand side to Aki, 10 yards inside our half. Shut down by Pulisic. Aki turns back and forced backwards to Rodri, who's dropping in to make an option for a pass. Gives it back to Aki, and Aki goes all the way back to Ederson. Chelsea now pushing up as a unit. They find Laporte, 10 yards outside of his own box. He's allowed to come forward 10 yards, and he stops. To his left is Rodri. Collects the ball, and then Rodri goes to the right-hand side of centre to Diaz. Ball inside to Jesus, who's dropped deep to get it. Lays it off to Cancelo. Goes back to Diaz. Back to Laporte. Bottom of the centre circle inside his own half. To Aki. Aki to Sterling. 10 yards inside our half still. No option. Chelsea defensive line is good. Defensive shape. They're playing that ball inside, looking for Jesus to flick it on, but we've shut it down, and Conte goes back to Aspi, who plays the ball up towards halfway. Pulisic flicks it on, does well. Werner's got Laporte all over him, who wins the header off of Werner. Werner's sort of claiming he was stopping him from jumping, but we've won the second ball, and it's gone out for a Chelsea throw-in. Right on the far right-hand side, or just over halfway, Reece James to take it. Goes short to Aspi, brings it down, given time, and goes inside to Christensen. Drives towards the centre circle. Bottom of the centre of it now. Left-hand side, Rudiger on the halfway line. Ball inside to Ziyech, who takes a poor touch. Then Diaz steps forward and plays it off for Ziyech, and the ball goes off out of play for a Man City throw-in. Ziyech needs to wake up a little bit. Let's have some play from Ziyech here. We need to open the door. Guardiola's up. Bellowing at his players. Cancelo with a throw-in. Guardiola's moaning about the movement, and Cancelo throws the ball inside. But what's happened here? Sterling's gone down, and Conte's been given a free kick to Man City inside the centre circle. They go left-hand side to Laporte, who strides over halfway. He comes right-hand side to Cancelo. Or Torres, sorry. He finds Cancelo. Alonso's up against him. Ball inside to Jesus, who's run across the edge of our box. Force wide. Then Jesus, shut down by Werner and Alonso, flicks the ball towards Diaz, but flicks it straight out of play. Alonso with a throw-in, right in front of Tuchel. Goes short to Christensen. Then Aspi spots it, makes an option just outside of our box, and Alonso flicks it over the top of everyone to Aspi. Gives it to Conte, bottom of the centre circle. Goes to the left-hand side to Rudiger. Ziyech makes the run. Rudiger ignores him. Goes back to Christensen. Chelsea's movement's good. If it's not Werner making a run, it's Ziyech. Well played, Billy Gilmour. He comes and shows for Christensen to give him an option. And he plays it inside, and Gilmour flicks it wide right to Aspi, who's over halfway now. Aspi allowed to run. Werner makes a run in behind, but he gives it to Pulisic. Ball inside to Gilmour. Gilmour finds Hakim Ziyech. Shoots from outside the box. Great save to his right-hand side for Ederson. Pushes the ball away. Alonso's got it. Alonso inside the box now. Forced backwards to Rudiger. Rudiger going to shoot from distance. He does. It goes over the bar. That was the first chance we've seen Hakim Ziyech collect some space. He collects the ball just dead centre, about 20 yards out. Let's have a look when he gets it. Yeah, he's just sort of right centre. He brings it onto his left foot and he curls it towards the far post. And Ederson does well. Gets a big two hands behind it, diving to his right, pushes the ball away. And he goes back outside to Rudiger, outside the box, and he shoots high over the bar. First moment that we've got there. I don't want no spoilers in the chat. No score spoilers. Diaz has got the ball, and there's a run from Jesus. Christensen comes across, he misses it. Jesus is in against Mendy, squares it to his left-hand side to Aguero, who takes a poor touch, and there's Raheem Sterling to put the ball in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Man City. Christensen's down injured. He's holding on to his hamstring by the looks of it. But what a mess that was. What a mess that was. They played the ball down the right channel again, where they're looking to do it all the time. Christensen, I think he's done his hamstring. I think he's down. I think Zuma will have to come on. But they play the ball, they work it across the defensive line. Diaz spots the run. Jesus, just to the outside of our box. Christensen comes over. The ball bounces. He puts his leg up to try and collect the ball. He misses it. Let's have a look here. He just misreads the flight of the ball. And then Jesus takes it down to literally to the edge of the 6-yard box with Aspi coming across to shut him down. Aspi leaves the inside position, and there is Aguero. And Aguero's thinking, I'm going to take one touch and slot it into an empty net. But his touch is poor with his right foot. The ball goes across him, and there's Raheem Sterling, who's running onto it, and it falls into his path, and Sterling puts it in left-hand side with Mendy scrambling across from the left-hand side of his box as he went out to try and shut down the shot, and it's gone across to the right-hand side. Yeah, he's done his hamstring, Christensen. As he's gone across, he puts his leg up. The ball bounces up. He tries to put his leg up to win the ball, and he's done his hamstring by doing it. So Christensen's got to come off. Zuma's getting stripped off. 1 minute of injury time. But it's that run again. What they're doing is they're making this run in the channel, and they're taking one of our centre-backs with them. And what they're looking to do is either flick a ball inside, but Christensen got himself in a right mess, and unfortunately, they got in behind us. And by doing so, he's done his hamstring, and he's slowly walking off the pitch, Christensen, with both the medical staff. They did that where they go over, speak to him, and then they look at the bench, and you can see they're basically saying, no, that's it. Right, so Chelsea are going to just play on at the moment with 10 men. So we're playing the ball across our defensive line. It's gone back to Mendy. Mendy launches one. Gives it to Rodri, top of the centre circle, heads it inside to Torres, who plays it up forward to Jesus. In behind Alonso, edge of the box right-hand side, flicks the ball up the line to Ferran Torres, inside to Aguero, who just claims the ball, and they've given a penalty away. Oh my God, it's a penalty to Man City. What is going on? Is it Gilmour? Man City have got in on the right-hand side again. They're in the... Alonso, I mean, they get the ball inside, and they flick it. It's Torres, and he flicks the ball inside to Jesus, and he's just outside the 6-yard box. And Gilmour, He cuts across Gilmore, and Gilmore's doing this. Torres goes, Sterling, Jesus has gone down, and the penalty's been given, and Tuchel is doing his nutting. He's going mad. He's going absolutely mad. He's having a go at the fourth official, telling him it's a joke. First time, so Aguero's going to step up and take the penalty. What's happening here? Aspie's talking about looking for VAR to get involved. Come on, Mendy, make a big save here. Aguero, the graphic we're seeing, he normally goes to his left-hand side, Aguero. He's missed one down the middle, but he's scored 4 down the left-hand side. And it's a chance for Aguero to make it 2. Come on, Mendy. Make a big, big save. No spoilers in the chat, people. Seeker, no spoilers as well, mate. Aguero to take it. Mendy, jumping on his line. Aguero. It's you dickhead. Aguero thinks Mendy's going to dive, and he does a little flick, a little chip, thinking that it's going to be all smart. Mendy goes to dive, stops, just waits on his goal line and catches it. What are you doing? Mendy just stood there, caught it with one hand. What an absolute idiot. What a ridiculous penalty. He sees Mendy. To be fair, Mendy goes like this, puts his hand on the floor, as if like to stop himself. And Guardiola's doing all this on the sideline, and that's half time. Half time. What an opportunity for Sergio Aguero. He's literally run up to the penalty spot to take it, and he's done a little chip down the middle. And Mendy's gone like that, and he stops, realises what's happened. He hasn't dived, and he catches the ball. He just sort of stops the ball. And the Chelsea assistants are having a go at the referee here as they go off the pitch, but it's 1-0 at half time. The problem that we've got here is they're doing what I'm saying they're doing. They're bringing their one of their strikers or one of their front three is going wide in the channel, making the same run that Werner is, and they're drawing out one of our defenders. And every single time so far, it's been Christensen. Jesus for the middle is taking him out wide, and for the goal, he took Christensen wide. He misjudged the flight of the ball, Christensen. And he tried to put his leg up to try and rectify the situation. He's done his hamstring. He's gone off. It's now half time. Kurt Zouma will come on second half. He wasn't on the pitch, but we just need to step this up. Chelsea are 1-0 down. Man City, based on the last 10 minutes of that game, deserve to be 1-0 up. They're pulling Chelsea all over the place. And the goal, when they... I'm just getting a drink. Hold on. It's very loud. You don't want to hear me pouring. Phantom, thank you very, very much for the super chat. Thank you. I'm on the water today, people. I'm on the water. Phantom says, I'll be happy with a draw today. Weird 3142. So let's have a look at some of your comments in the chat. If you want to get involved in the chat, come and say what you think about that first half. What you got to do second half. Terry says he knew there was no penalty. He felt guilty. Lewis says, should change the attack. Ziyech is not good enough. Woodshed, this is disgracefully cheap from City, considering we're not getting any help from VAR when City are stomping on our toes. They were. Solomon says, Chelsea's still losing this match, sorry to say. No, spoilers, Solomon. No, it wasn't a spoiler, but you know what I mean. Michael, we can win this in the second half. We can. It's far from over. We got plenty of options. Batara, lost. We haven't lost. Chaotic Phantom, the man of many donations. He is. Terry, it is my imagination. Do we seem to bog down up front when Ziyech is up there? Maybe. Lost point, Batara. Not yet. It's only half time. Chelsea are missing Mason Mount big time. Steve says they're coming down Alonso's side and he can't defend. Terry says he likes Ziyech, but it does appear that way, that we're getting bogged down with him up front. Chaotic, we got a score. Ozzy says, when are you talking about Ziyech or Mount? Of course, you're getting a drop in quality. Dan, Ayo, what was that, a penalty? I don't think it was. Billy is doing all right. He gave away the penalty. It was, Jesus was clever because he comes across in front of Billy Gilmore goal side. Gilmore sort of touches him and then does this. Doesn't pull him, just acknowledges that he's there. But the referee's behind Gilmore, so it looks as though he's caught him. Jesus has gone down, And that's it. So his penalty was given, but Aguero, what are you doing? Liam Taylor, Chelsea need to look in the Premier League for a striker. Martin, TC will change it. Jorginho will come on for Billy Gilmore. Lee, even though no problem. You've missed a goal from Man City, and Christensen got beaten, got caught down the right-hand side where Jesus come across. He's tried to rectify the situation by trying to his leg up above his head, and he's pulled his hamstring. City then got in behind us, squared it to Aguero and a bad touch, but Sterling was charging in and put the ball in the box. Put it in the bottom of the net, I should say, bottom left corner of the goal with Mendy scrambling across from left to right, easily beaten. It was a good goal for Man City, you have to say. But Chelsea are getting done at the moment in the runs within the channel, and we need to shut those runs down. Steve says Alonso's looking suspect. Mendy, good boy, says Chris Show. Seeker says bring on Mount. He's not on the bench. He's not involved today. Maury, we don't have chemistry up top, regardless who's up there. Steve was a very soft penalty. Chaotic type of things twice. Fee Huang, how are you? Good to see you. Player ratings so far, Peyton. I say Mendy, 7. The defensive 3. I'd say Aspi and Rudiger, 7. Christensen is 6 at the moment. Well, he's gone off. I can't say at the moment. He's gone off. Alonso, 5. Reece James on the right-hand side is 6. Conte, 7. Gilmore, 7. Ziyech is 6. Pulisic not in it, 6. Werner is 7. There's no one outstanding at the moment. They're just trying to goal again. Long ball over the top. And yeah, he's got... Jesus is very clever. He sees that Christensen's come across. As that ball goes up the line, Christensen's scarpering to shut him down. And he misreads the bounce, Christensen. He's actually goal side. Jesus spots it, stands up, doesn't challenge Christensen. He sort of just lets him do it. And then Christensen tries to get his leg up. It comes off him and deflects in towards the box. And Jesus then drives forward inside the box. Mendy comes out to him, Aspi coming across, leaving the space. And there's Aguero on the penalty spot. He finds him. But Aguero, unbelievably, doesn't shoot first time with his left foot. As a ball comes across his body, he takes a touch with his right foot. And it's so bad, it goes away from him. And he sort of tries to react. Doesn't realise, but there's Sterling coming in. Reece James couldn't get back in time. And Sterling not just whacks the ball home. I'm just seeing a penalty again. Never a penalty. Never in a million years is a penalty. But Aguero, what are you doing? He's trying to be clever. And he chips it. A little chip to centre of the goal, thinking that Mendy's going to dive to his right, but Mendy's alive to it. It's absolutely brilliant. As he takes it, Mendy does this and goes this way, puts his arm on the floor when he realises Aguero's chipped it, gets his body back up, stands there and just collects it. And Guardiola wasn't happy at all. Arms thrown up in the air and he stormed off back to his seat. That could be the inspiration that Chelsea need. Not that they should need any inspiration at all, because it's a massive game for us. A chance for us to go third above Leicester, who lost to Newcastle last night. Chelsea need to step it up 10 yards here. We need to be 10 yards quicker. The only thing I'm going to say, people, is don't get yourselves all negative. Let's not get going on the players. Got another big half of football coming up. Just need to play those right passes. Let's have a look on here. Deep State, Gilmore's done a capital penalty. Hope Christensen will be healthy for the final. Mount isn't on the bench. Professor Seymour Crumpet, one of the best names on YouTube. Missing Mount, need quick transition. Exactly what I'm saying. Batara, who is the better option to come in, do you reckon? Pulisic or Mount? Pulisic's playing. Mount is not on the bench, not involved. And Gello, I'm pleased back on this channel. Fluid got on the better of you. Good. Thank you for being here. Alonso, we need to protect our players for cup final games. Seeker, I'm afraid, but Chelsea will sell Ziyech if he doesn't step it up. Clint says we've got plenty of time to score 2 in the second half. Gennaro, Alonso is a snail. Central defenders running across to cover for him. Martin Vultures are circling. Maury Havertz gives our forwards more opportunity to create something than any other forwards, in your opinion. Fair play. Could Havertz come on? Aguero wants to join Barca so badly that he even missed the penalty, says Dan. Kelsey, I heard Alonso might be on the transfer list after this season, just a rumour though. Was Christensen injured? No, he was injured, done his hamstring. Bring Tammy on, says Liam. Al Vianto says, come on City, fair play. Josh, never rated Christensen, only be as good for a game now. And then bring the boy from Porto back. Aussie, Agent Aguero trying to gain favour with his possible future employer. Havertz for Ziyech, maybe, says Professor Seymour Crumpet. I need 18 more likes to get to 100 before the second half kicks off. Come on, people. Let's smash 100 likes for me. Thank you very much for watching the channel and watching the commentary. Seeker, never a penalty. It wasn't. Lee, agree it's only half time. Mezzi, oi, bet that never shocked we gave a penalty away with this ref. Yeah, I said earlier, if we have to lose one against City, it'll be this one. Michael says he's predicted 2-1 to Chelsea. So, as I say, long way to go. Keep yourselves positive. Let's not go in on players. Let's get behind everyone. MXC TV, do I think Ziyech is bad? I don't think it's bad. When he gets some space, he can kill you. He's a brilliant player with space, but he needs to find it. He found it once outside the box and forced a good save from Ederson. But apart from that, he needs to get the position that he's playing further inside and not wide. He needs to expect that he's not going to get the same space, and he needs to create space himself. Every time the ball's playing into him at times, he's got someone near him. He's getting shut down. That's not Ziyech. Ziyech's game is when he collects the ball on the half turn, when he's got space to see what's there and the ball coming there. If he's got his back to goal, he's not as effective. That's the problem that Ziyech has got. Rhetorical. Well, that half was more disappointing than not. It was. Gabriel, 2-0 will be over, but now all set up for at least a draw. Rasta, good to see you. Ziyech is the only guy trying to stop the hate. Chaotic, I think Ziyech is having teething problems adapting to the Prem. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Well, he's a world-class player. He just needs to collect the ball on the half turn, not back to goal. Gennaro, Sterling scores and should have been off. Should have been sent off for that challenge. Phantom, don't blame the ref. Gilmore made a bad challenge. He put himself in a position where, let's look at the argument on the other side of it. He's given the referee an opportunity to give a penalty away by being beaten by Jesus' goal side. He's done this to avoid contact. He did make some sort of a contact with him. Jesus has made the most of it, but the point is, you shouldn't give the referee the option to give the penalty. Baggy, not a pen. Gilmore didn't commit a foul. Just put him by. The best of luck for the second half. Exactly. The Prime Minister's in. Bojo says Alonso and Ziyech need to step it up. Liam, Chelsea need to move more overhead passes. Victory, the Blues might lose this game, but Champions League final, Chelsea will beat City. Like Ike says, honesty, man, Reece James offers nothing in the system. Let's be positive. He's having to defend a lot today because Mendy's pushed right up on him. Reece James needs to spin it round. He needs to force Mendy backwards. But the two Chelsea wing-backs are not really involved in the game. Chelsea Robson says, come on, Chelsea. Len, Havertz for Ziyech. Come on, you Blues. Chaotic, what's happened to Giroud? He's on the bench. Let's get Gilmore out and get Havertz back in. Patrick says, come on, Chelsea, not over yet. It's not all over yet at all. There's another half of football to be played and plenty can happen. Josh Rock says, now we're 1-0. All the internet fans start attacking the players. They're nasty, not true fans. It's just, let's get behind the players. Come on now. Exactly. Let's not pick on the players. Let's just get behind them. Got a big half of football coming up. Plenty can happen. Plenty does happen normally. And the good thing is Chelsea got options to change. So let's be positive. Seeker, everyone so far has dropped points, Spurs and Leicester. It's okay we draw, but no doubt I want to win. Of course, we all want to win. Giuseppe, how are we playing? Come Chelsea, let's win the game. Chelsea have been sort of okay. They've had problems with the forward line of Man City, dragging out the centre defender wide right, and it's not, we just need to stop that. Messi says, for me, I'll get on Hudson for Ziyech, get the speed out of the box. Gennaro, City aren't great, Chelsea can win the game. Just need to up the tempo, make some changes. Ian, good to see you, mate. He's fully behind him, says Ike. Gerard says, should we show our strongest hand here? Maybe a draw would be fine. Professor Seymour Crumpet, Sterling's sock fell down, VAR check, penalty to City. Chaotic, almost there. Exactly. 2 more likes for 100 likes. Come on, people. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get involved. Big arse. Big R for football. Rion, right now I was the one who was disappointed Aguero was not staying at City, but for a top goal scorer, I think Aguero better find the net in the second half. You're fed up of Aguero. Man City fans, if you're watching this, how do you feel about that penalty? It was awful. Absolutely awful. Liam says, will it affect the confidence when it comes to the Champions League? Not really, but as I said, it's not over yet. Not over at all. Alex said, let's be honest, it's never a good game with Anthony Taylor. Phantom says he'll be upset if Tuchel doesn't replace a few players after the half at half time. Imagine if we turn this around now, get a draw or get a win, what that would do for confidence and what that would do for Pep Guardiola's City side. Over 100 likes. Thank you very much, people. Make sure you keep smashing the like button. Support the channel. Never a penalty. Just looking at it again. But he's given the option. Aguero, what are you doing? Ebong says Anthony's a disgrace. Mourinho can cross Aguero off the list of possible strikers. Will Aguero come out for the second half? Let's have a look. Yeah, Imran says the intensity's completely left the team. Mason Mount leads that intensity. You have to say. He drives it. And as I say, with him not there today, it does show. But Chelsea's still got options. Plenty of options to change the game. Maybe Kai Havertz is a good call. Bring Havertz on. Play Werner on the left-hand side. Play Pulisic. Havertz, Pulisic and Werner. And see how we go. Did well against Real Madrid in the first game. He is back out second half, Aguero, by the looks of it. MH says, City will regret missing that penalty. I pray, will the final go to the two legs? No, it won't. Professor Seymour Crumpet, West Ham look to have a good run in, better get something out of this game. Pep knows our defenders cannot deal with two forwards. Footy gaming, how are you? Imran, I'm thinking we need Giroud, so we'll take our chances. Right, Zuma's on at half time. No other changes. Come on, Chelsea. Let's hit back early. Let's get a goal early in the second half. First 15 minutes, we're going to be like the Alamo. Sterling's going to take the kick-off, and he does. Goes back to Rodri. Goes back to Laporte. Plays a big ball forward out to the right-hand side. Zuma's there with a big header. Ziyech goes to win it. He doesn't. Cancelo plays it back to Diaz, who finds Laporte halfway inside his own half, Laporte. And he plays the ball out to left-hand side to Sterling on the halfway line. Shut down by Aspi, so goes back to Aki. Back to Laporte. Laporte now collects the ball. Wide left is Aki. Ball over the top. Sterling's in behind Azpilicueta. Tries to cut inside. Comes off the feet of Aspi. And then Mendy keeps the ball in play. And then he clears it. He can't pick it up. And Aki's won the ball and he's driving forward on the left-hand side. Shot blocked or cross-blocked by Reece James. Well done. Pulisic comes away with the ball and plays the ball up looking for Werner. Good header to Conte. He plays the ball inside high to Gilmour. Don't win it. Man City have won it back and they've gone back to Diaz. Diaz has got the ball now. Laporte inside his own half. Left-hand side of centre. Goes one more across to Diaz. Bottom of the centre circle. One more to Cancelo. There's a run Torres on the right-hand side. It's Jesus, in fact. Doing that run again. Taking Zuma with him. Well, they've gone backwards and they're playing it across the back line. Laporte's on the halfway line. Conte goes to shut him down. He doesn't want none of that. So he plays it wide right, but overplays it. Cancelo, under pressure from Alonso. Ball goes straight out of play and I'm seeing Guardiola doing this. I can't believe what he's seeing. They're still focusing on Aguero here. Right, Chelsea throw him. George Michael Alonso to take it. And he does. Inside to Pulisic. But Jesus drops back in to win it and does. Goes back to Diaz. Shut down by Werner. Goes back to Ederson. Ederson collects the ball now. Just takes a touch on it. Just literally on the edge of his 6-yard box. Chelsea pushed up outside the box, giving him time to assess his options. And he plays it into Sterling, who's dropped deep to get it. And he lays it off to Laporte, who plays it first time to Aki. Inside to Rodri. Chelsea pressing. Rodri plays it wide right to Cancelo. Man City go back to Diaz on the edge of his own box. He goes one more to Laporte, just outside the D, and he goes further forward to Aki. Aki, ball looking for a run of Aguero. Aspi's won it. Aguero challenges him. Comes out to this right, just in front of the box, or the technical area, sorry, and he goes off for a Chelsea throw-in. Ball goes back to Rudiger. Rudiger plays it wide left to Alonso. Shut down by Cancelo. Halfway inside our own half. Goes back to Rudiger. He's going to lay it back to Mendy. He does. Mendy takes a touch. and goes wide right outside here to Aspi, who's got absolute acres of space. So drives forward towards the middle of the pitch. Lays the ball off to Conte, who gives it back to him. Then inside to Pulisic, who gives it to Conte, gets it back and comes inside Nathan Ake. Then Chelsea are doing well to find some space. And there's the ball to Timo Werner. But the ball wasn't quick enough from Ziyech, and Cancelo come across, cuts the ball out and goes back to Ake. Ake now, just outside his own box. Chelsea pushed up but not pressing. Now Werner goes. It goes to Ederson. Left foot, Ederson swings the ball up. Aspi does well to win a header against Sterling. Well done. Chelsea's got the ball. Conte, 25 yards from goal. Reece James makes one outside of him, but Conte doesn't play it. Goes back inside to Gilmour. Gilmour, one more left to Rudiger. Ball inside to Ziyech. He's got a little bit of space. Back to Rudiger, now to Zuma on the halfway line. Aspi now, right-hand side. Inside is Billy Gilmour. Top of the centre circle. Plays a good ball wide left to Alonso. Alonso running from Werner. Werner's collected it. Left corner of the box. Comes inside on his right foot. Shot deflected. No, it's not deflected. It's gone away for a Man City goal kick. Chelsea doing well to create some space. The first time we've seen... Yes, Werner was actually offside when the ball was played in. Ball went to Alonso, who spotted Werner's run across their defensive line in, and he played it to him, but he's just offside. Right. They roll the ball out to Laporte, who's allowed to just dribble the ball outside of his box, striding forward. Chelsea backing off, and now finds Rodri, who's got him behind our midfielders, and he plays the ball right of centre to Jesus. Stops. Gilmour's after him. Goes back to Diaz. Man City with no rush. Laporte. Wide left to Nathan Ake now. Plays it forward to Aguero. He's got Aspi all over him. Aguero lays it off to Mendy, who goes back to Ake, who's gone back to Laporte. City in no rush whatsoever. Laporte swings the ball wide right, looking for Cancelo. Gone out of play though. Chelsea got to throw him. Chelsea just need to speed this up a bit. If we step the pace up and play with more intensity, we're going to cause them all sorts of problems. Right, we take the throw in to Rudiger. Plays a long ball down the left wing, and there's Werner chasing after it. Can he keep it in play? He does. He collects it right by the byline. Looks to try and flick the ball past Laporte, and Laporte does well to come away with the ball, to be fair. He's won it, done well. Rodri to Mendy. First time ball up the line, left-hand side to Sterling. Inside our own half, right in front of Tuchel. Collects it and looks for a ball wide right. He's got a runner. He's got Ferran Torres. He heads it back to Aguero, shoots from distance. Easy for Mendy. Azpilicueta. Man City are getting overload on the right-hand side again of our defensive line. Rudiger's side. Rudiger and Alonso. Rudiger. Zuma. Ball inside to Conte. Flicks it out wide right to Aspi. Halfway inside our half. Aspi looking for a run. He's got one. Conte. And then he finds Reece James. Reece James inside. Hakim Ziyech just outside the box. Outside the D. Shoots. Easy. Really easy. He got that little bit of space against Ziyech. And he done well. And he collected the ball. Moved it out to his left-hand side. Left foot curler. But straight down the throat of Ederson. Man City now come away with the ball. Halfway. Rudiger's challenged Jesus, who goes down again. Rudiger's saying it wasn't a foul. Referee's given it. Man City free kick. Dearie me. Come on, Chelsea. Step this up. We've got him behind them there, which is key. We can just keep doing it. Right, they take the free kick short and they've gone back to Laporte, who's the bottom of the centre circle. Inside his own half, Laporte. Looking for a run. Plays the ball over the top to the run of Aguero. Rudiger comes with him. Collects it inside the box. Finds Sterling. Taken on Aspi, but Aspi's read his run and done really well to crowd him out. Now Sterling's gone down onto his face. Sterling's claiming that Aspi's hit him in the face. Aspi's offering his hand. Sterling's saying no chance. Now he's sulking, walking away, hold onto his face. Aspi was just doing the thing where he's got his arms out to protect the ball. He's just put his hand up and he's caught him. Just caught him. Sterling's gone down as if he's been smacked in the mouth by Floyd Mayweather. Right, City have won the ball off of us, and Jesus has collected it, shoots him outside the box, blocked by Rudiger, and then Gilmour flicks the ball to Alonso, who plays it up the line, but Diaz collects it, and he's looking for a free kick, and he hasn't got it, and Chelsea have done well to win back possession with Billy Gilmour. Back to Rudiger. Left just outside of our box, left-hand side. Goes square to Zuma. One more to Aspi. One more to Reece James. Halfway inside our half. Flicks it around Mendy and he's gone. Reece James. All down. He's got loads of space in behind him. Reece James driving forward. Ivaki into the box now, James. Right-hand side of the box. Holds the ball up. Does well to come back. And gives it to Pulisic. And Pulisic, Rodri goes to shut him down and wins it straight off of Pulisic. Pulisic was too slow. He's not in the game, Pulisic, today. So they've got the ball now, Aki. Good run from Reece James inside to Pulisic. He just didn't react quick enough to Rodri. Chelsea pushed up, not pressing, but pushed up. Man City just knocking it around their defensive line. Back to Edison, and now Laporte's got it. And he's able to stride forward 10 yards slowly, and then he plays a pass into the feet of Sterling. So Sterling's dropped deep, and when he does that, the other one up front makes a run in behind. They're just playing it forward to the halfway line, then knocking it back to the centre half, looking to try and create space from us. Chelsea's defensive line is pushed up. Sterling's inside now. Takes on two players, but bad touch. Now Aspi. Well done. Hakim Ziyech. Gilmour. Bottom of the centre circle. Under pressure. Flicks it to Zuma. Now to Aspi. Back inside to Zuma. Halfway inside our half. Zuma. Strides out towards the left-hand side. Then gives the ball to Rudiger behind him. Then Gilmour dropped deep to get the ball. Collects it. Plays it wide right to Reece James. Back to Aspi. 10 yards inside our half. Gives it to Pulisic halfway line. Now go. Go Pulisic, and he does. He strides forward, and Aki flicks the ball away from him. Deflects off of Pulisic's foot and goes through to Edison, with Werner looking to get him behind. Chelsea's too slow. The play in possession is far too slow at the minute. Man City's got the ball, wide right with Diaz, who goes inside to Laporte. Inside the D, outside his own box. Allowed to come forward 10 yards again. And then he just stops. Chelsea's defensive shape is good, so he goes right-hand side to Diaz. Ziyech goes to shut him down. Back inside to Laporte. Allowed to put his foot on the ball, have a look around. Strides forward under no pressure. Now plays a pass back out to the right to Diaz. Halfway inside his own half. Lays it off to Cancelo. Plays the ball in to Jesus, who tries to chest it away, but Chelsea deflect the ball away and Laporte collects it. Now he plays the ball outside, looking for Mendy, and Reece James has got at him and done well. Wins the challenge off of Mendy, then draws the foul right in front of Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea free kick, 10 yards inside their half, right wing position. I would change some players here. Pulisic has been ineffective so far. Chelsea take the free kick short. And it goes backwards to Aspi, back to Zuma, out to Rudiger, who's played the ball into Hakim Ziyech, who's on the turn. Does well, collects the ball. But Cancelo comes back. Diaz holds him up. Cancelo comes back in. And then Ziyech fouls Cancelo. The referee, Ziyech can't even believe it's a free kick. Man City did well. Cancelo bought the foul from the referee, let's just say that. And the referee buys it every single time. Tuchel sitting down on his seat on the bench and he's staring intently, arms on his knees. Meanwhile, Guardiola's up, pacing his technical area, shouting at his players. Right, Laporte's got the ball and he comes out of his own box again, allowed to. Chelsea backing off to halfway inside their half. Laporte just plays the ball to the right-hand side to Diaz. Man City have got runners, and one of them's Jesus, who's trying to get in down the right-hand side. Mendy comes across. Rudiger ushers the ball out of play. It's a Chelsea goal kick. Tuchel is talking to his assistant. Doesn't appear to be any rush to make any changes as yet. Mendy with a goal kick. Goes short to Rudiger. Left-hand corner of the box. One more to Alonso. Into Gilmour. Does well to take a touch. Turn away from Jesus and plays a good ball wide right to Reece James, who collects it on his chest in front of him and drives into the centre of the pitch and finds Conte, centre circle. Driving forward, Conte. He's got a man on the right-hand side, but it goes the other way. Gilmour. Now he finds Pulisic. Right corner of the box, Pulisic. James goes on the overlap. Pulisic comes inside and finds Conte. He's put under pressure straight away, but holds off Rodri, but he's forcing him backwards. Flicks the ball inside to Pulisic. Gets a 1-2. Now Reece James. 10 yards outside their box. Chelsea just flicking little balls in possession here. No one's actually breaking the line. Man City got 6 defenders across the back line holding us up. Not actually diving in for any challenges, Man City. So Chelsea have worked it back to Rudiger, left-hand side of centre, halfway inside their half. Goes outside to Alonso. Level the edge of the box, Alonso. Ziyech goes outside of him. He ignores him. Comes in time to Gilmour. Rudiger. Now Ziyech has got the ball. Ziyech just keeps it in play. Couple of step overs. Loses the ball. But wins it and goes back to Rudiger, who finds Zuma. Now Aspi. 10 yards inside their half. Right-hand side. No movement from Chelsea at the moment. Pulisic turns away from Aki. One more to Reece James. Chelsea's play is slow. Reece James plays a stupid pass inside. Aki spots it, puts it out of play. Chelsea take the throw in quickly. Aspi to Zuma. Wide left or left-hand side of him is Rudiger, who's too slow in possession, but Gilmour's collected the ball. He's driving forward, left-hand side. He's got Alonso outside of him and gives it to him, and then Cancelo goes. Alonso skips past him by the byline. Alonso crosses blocked by Diaz, and it goes out for a throw-in, literally right by the corner flag. Better from Chelsea. Need to move it quicker. We've got to have more pace in our play. When we play quicker, we get in behind people. So, Alonso to take the throw-in. Throws it forward to Werner, who's holding the ball up on the edge of the box. To Alonso, he's found Ziyech, lays the ball back to Reece James, outside the box, shot blocked by Mendy. Aspi's going to collect it. Cross comes in towards the back post, but it's easy for Ederson. Collects it and rolls it straight out, and Man City are away with Gabriel Jesus, but well done Rudiger, who's holding him up, and Jesus gives it straight to Alonso. Edge of the box, left-hand side, Alonso, holding it up, comes inside, dribbles inside 2 or 3, Pulisic in the D, edge of the box, to his right-hand side, shoots. Over the bar. Deary me. Deary me. We are beginning to get a foothold in the game now. And Chelsea are getting in. Man City are literally holding the shape on the edge of the box, and Chelsea just knocking it around them. To be fair, as Pulisic dug the ball out from inside his feet or under his feet, Aki was there to block it. Pulisic high and over the bar. They play it forward. And Torres has turned. It's Aguero. He's turned Zuma and he's going towards the box. But Zuma gets back in and wins a great challenge. Well done, Kurt Zuma. Aguero was heading towards the edge of our box and he stepped in, caught him up and nicked the ball off of him. Aguero went down looking for a free kick. Wasn't given. Aguero still sitting down and Zuma helps him up. Offers him his hand, but Aguero don't want it. He's too busy sulking from his awful penalty. Chelsea got the ball with Gilmour. Pulisic now, growing into the game, Pulisic. Taken out by Rodri, but he wasn't. Referee says get up and play on. Rodri's got the ball, 10 yards inside our half. Plays it forward to Jesus, who's got space. Goes left-hand side to Mendy. Mendy goes back to Aspi. Rodri. Back to Laporte. Laporte, bottom of the centre circle, asking someone to make a run. Now Jesus does, and he plays the ball through the lines, but straight to Mendy. Chelsea's pushed up high, their defensive line, which Zuma's trying to turn away from Jesus. Aguero, he doesn't. Aguero nicks the ball off him, but luckily enough, it goes straight through to Mendy. Right, Chelsea come forward with possession. Pulisic is now getting on the ball. Wide left is Alonso, looking for a pass. It's gone to Rudiger. Now to Ziyech on the halfway line. Allowed to turn. Now he goes to Alonso, gets the ball back. No run from Chelsea player at the moment. Werner made a run to the left wing and it was ignored. Now Conte's collected it. There's no run again. Now Alonso's playing centre forward. Pulisic now makes a run. We hold the ball up with Ziyech. He goes inside to Conte. Billy Gilmour now, top of the centre circle, shut down. Wide right to Aspi. Comes to Reece James, looks for a 1-2, tries to go. He's been blocked off. Referee says no chance. Play on. Referee's giving Chelsea nothing at the minute. And they've played it back to the goalkeeper. Now Rodri's striding forward with the ball. Halfway inside his half, left to centre. Up to the halfway line, being chased down by Aspi and by Hakim Ziyech. And Aspi comes away with the ball. Ziyech, 25 yards from goal. Flicks it to Pulisic. Outside of him is Aspi, right hand side of the box. Inside to Ziyech, who shoots. Go! Hakim Ziyech, come on! Come on! Great goal from Chelsea. Brilliant play once again. Hakim Ziyech's first touch. He's got a wand of a left foot. What a goal that was from Chelsea. Rodri collects the ball and he goes up towards the halfway line and he's sort of trying to hold on to possession. Forced wide left. Hakim Ziyech is all over him. Aspi steps forward and Ziyech nicks it off of him. flicks it to Aspi, plays it inside to Pulisic and Ziyech, comes back out to Aspi, right corner of the box, and the Man City defenders are thinking Aspi's going to play the ball in behind them, and it goes inside to Ziyech, and Ziyech, inside the D, takes one touch left foot to control it, and the second touch, he's literally dead centre, Ziyech, and he drives it to the bottom right-hand corner, Ederson's left corner, and he can't get there, and it goes in, it's squeezed in, and that's 1-1, and we said, let's get behind the players. We said, let's get on their backs. There's a long way to go in this game, and Chelsea are now 1-1. Mendy's, God dear, Mendy's still dribbling the ball here. He's doing my head in, Mendy. Just get rid of it. What we have, Kante. What's very noticeable the last 5 minutes is Chelsea are beginning to get a foothold in the game and dominating possession. Pulisic is now involved. He wasn't before. Chelsea got the tails up. Gilmour forces a slip from Jesus and finds Pulisic centre circle. Pulisic allowed to turn. Just goes backwards nice and easy to Aspi. N'Golo Kante, who's growing into the game as well. Kante. Rudiger. Gilmour's having good touches as well. He's got one now. 10 yards inside their half. Left-hand side, Gilmour. Shut down, so nice and easy to Ziyech. Goes back to Rudiger. Gets the ball back and goes back to Rudiger again. Man City look tired and they're not pressing. We swing a big ball to the right-hand side to Reece James, who's able to bring it down. Aspi halfway line to Kante. Lays the ball in to Pulisic, and now Kante goes. He's in, right wing, all alone, Kante, right-hand side of the box. Can he pick the right ball? He does. He lifts it towards the back post. Cancelo heads it away. He comes out to Gilmour, takes a touch, tries to get involved and take them on, but they flick the ball away. We're getting in behind them. We're doing what they did to us first half, and we're getting joy here. Come on, Chelsea, let's get another one. Come on. Hakim Ziyech with a goal. Great goal. Bottom right corner. Ederson couldn't get there. Literally squeezed in. It's like right inside the post. Brilliant goal. Brilliant strike from Ziyech. Great first touch in the D, left foot. And his second touch was a drilled shot, bottom corner. Chelsea with possession now. Aspi, halfway inside their half. Goes backwards to Zuma. One more across to Rudiger, who's left side of the centre circle. Plays the ball inside to Alonso, who lays it off to Gilmour, goes out. One more to Ziyech, who's hugging the wing now, Ziyech, at the moment. Alonso's come inside, as he does. And now Jesus has fouled Rudiger. He doesn't look very happy. Rudiger does well. Does really well there, Rudiger, to draw the foul. Chelsea free kick. Guardiola's on his bench doing this. Wait a minute. He's thinking, Aguero, what have you done with that penalty? He's going to be making changes, I'll imagine. Right, City have got the ball. We've given away the possession. I haven't seen what's happened because I'm too busy looking at bleeding Guardiola. Anyway, they play the ball up forward and Rudiger wins a big header. Comes to Rodri, who collects it and plays a big high ball out, wide right. And well done. Chelsea win it back. Kurt Zuma goes back to Mendy. They're saying shots on target in the first half, Chelsea 1, second half 2. Touches in the box, first half, just 2 touches in the box. This half so far, 8 already. Conte's all over Aki here, right on the halfway line, shutting him down. Well done, N'Golo Conte, right in front of Tuchel. He's gone out for a Man City throw-in. Guardiola's in deep discussions. He's making changes. His technical staff, Foden, Gundogan, are all coming on. Yeah, it's definitely Foden and Gundogan coming on. Jesus collects the ball. Top of the centre circle. Wide right, he's got Cancelo. Alonso goes. Cancelo stops, goes inside. Stops. Back to Jesus. To Rodri. Finds Sterling. Gets the ball back, Rodri. To left-hand side. Aki. Very condensed central area of the pitch at the moment. There's no space, which is why City are just playing balls 10 yards forward, 10 yards back. Sterling. Asking someone for a run. Hasn't got one. Goes back to Laporte. Rodri drops to get the ball. Collects it. Chelsea with everyone behind the ball. Laporte strides forward. Now finds Jesus. Right centre. Aguero goes. Alonso spots it. Nicks in. Clears the ball away. And it's a Man City corner. Our left back position for Man City corner. Right. Change for Chelsea. Conte's coming off. Jorginho's coming on. He's protecting Conte. Good 67 minutes from N'Golo Conte. Yeah, he's coming off. He looks as though it's quite strange. He doesn't normally get taken off. I know I didn't jump up. I didn't, did I? I wanted to see the goal again. Right, Foden and Gundogan are coming on for City. Not before the corner's taken. The corner gets swung in towards the back post. Chelsea half clear it, and then Ziyech comes away with the ball. And he does well. He's being shut down, but he does well. He's got Werner to his left-hand side and finds Timo Werner one-on-one with Laporte. He goes past him, but he's been brought down. Referee says play on again. How many more times, referee? Just put a City shirt on. Referee's now blown up. Werner stayed down, holding on to his face. He plays the ball out to Timo Werner on the left-hand side. Werner's having a go at the referee here, saying, what's going on? So Werner goes up against his Cancelo. And Cancelo cuts across Werner as he tries to flick it inside of him and catches him. Werner's talking to the referee. The referee just says something to him and Werner's giving him some of that. It's a foul. It's a foul all day long, which is not given. Werner's still having words with the referee. Oh, he's checking his mouth for a bit of blood. Right, here's the two City changes. Danger man Foden's coming on. Not made again. So they're still playing at the moment. So Rodri, wide left to Aki. Inside to Laporte. Aki, 10 yards inside his own half. Ball up the line to the run of Raheem Sterling. Aspi comes across up against him. Sterling holds him up. Aspi, just holding him up. He comes inside Sterling. Aspi's still there. He plays the ball wide right. Alonso's read it. Goes after the ball. It's gone out to Cancelo. Back, he drives towards the byline. Tries to get a shot in. A crossing even. Blocked by Alonso. Well done, Alonso. City corner again. Will they make the changes? They are. They're making the changes. Cancelo's gone off for Foden. And Aguero's coming off for Gundogan. Back four maybe for City. It's not. It's Ferran Torres who's gone off. Torres has gone off for Foden. And Aguero's gone off for Gundogan. Aguero could have had a goal today. Wasted a penalty. Will you see him play again? Corner comes in from Foden. One at the near post by Aspi. Comes to the edge of the box to Gundogan. First touch. Can't keep the shot down. It goes over the bar. Just shot from outside the box here. Goal kick to Chelsea. Mendy to take it. Man City pressing up high. Trying to shut the ball down. Zuma to Billy Gilmore. Flicks the ball wide right to Reece James, who heads it inside to Jorginho. Pulisic loses the ball. Gundogan's got it. Now Foden. Dead centre shut down straight away by Gilmore. Goes back to Laporte. Rodri. Diaz. Ball over the top looking for the run of Foden. But Rudiger's there with him, giving him a strong arm away. And while he does that, Zuma comes across and wins the ball. Gilmore now. Gundogan's right with him. Holds it up. Goes back inside to Zuma. Rudiger, left foot, high. Alonso controls it nice and easy. Gives it to Gilmore. And Werner collects the ball. And he's been done off. He's been done straight away again from behind. How many more times does Timo Werner have to draw a foul for referee to give it? He actually gives it this time. Werner, great play from Chelsea. Ball up to Werner on the... He's 5 yards inside our half. And he's been clattered from behind by Laporte. And it's not even booked. Referee, your disgrace. Absolute disgrace today. Chelsea free kick. Right on the halfway line. Left hand side. Rudiger's over it. Goes square. Jorginho shows for it. Jorginho, big ball out to the right hand side to Reece James. Up against Mendy. Chest it down, he's away. Reece James into the box right hand side. Cross comes in. Werner just can't reach it. Get up, Werner. The ball's still live. Get up. He's just realised he's up now. We hold on to possession. Alonso to Pulisic to Gilmore. Just holding up possession. Well done. We've worked it back. Now we've gone out to Alonso. Halfway inside their half. Alonso. Pulisic's on his outside. Gives it to him. Pulisic driving inside. Goes back to Gilmore. Gilmore to Aspi. Aspi to Zuma. Zuma to Rudiger. Little flick behind him. Plays it straight out of play. But that was a big chance. Reece James brilliantly takes it on his chest and he's away. And Werner's trying to up against Diaz. And the cross comes in and Werner is literally inches away. Unlucky, Timo. Unlucky, mate. Big chance. To be fair, he's got Diaz grappling with him as he makes his run. The two of them are grappling with each other. And as the cross comes in, he can't get on the end of it. We've won back possession inside our half. Gilmour, halfway line, finds Pulisic. He's shut down by Foden, but wins it back off of him, Pulisic. Driving forward, Pulisic, towards the edge of the box. Outside of him, he's brought down his Hakim Ziyech. Comes back on his left foot, Ziyech. Cross towards the far post. Werner goes up, doesn't win it. They get the ball away. Gundogan collects it, driving forward. Jorginho's after him, so he goes back to Mendy. Inside's Rodri, shut down now by Jorginho. Mendy, Chelsea pressing high. Ake, edge of his own box. Gives it to Rodri with Jorginho all over him. Wide right is Foden, collects it. Deep inside his own half. Back inside to Rodri. Now Laporte collects the ball, looking for a run. Chelsea's pushed up, right up to the halfway line. They made a run with Sterling, but he's offside. Mendy finds Jesus. Aspi nicks in and wins it. Well done. Jorginho now finds Ziyech, who's coming into the game more. Great goal from Ziyech. Guardiola's up, barking his orders at his players. Jorginho finds Billy Gilmour. One more to Rudiger. Rudiger plays it forward up to halfway line. Wide left to Alonso. Rudiger. Chelsea, much the better team, second half. Mendy collects it. Dominating possession, Chelsea. Jorginho, well done. Collects it under pressure. Gives it to Zuma. Jorginho in the D outside of our box. Zuma, now Rudiger. Collects it. Chelsea just knocking the ball about, making City run and work. We found Gilmour. It goes back under pressure. So he goes back to Mendy, who's gone to Kurt Zuma. Rudiger. Back to Zuma. Just outside of our box. Trying to draw City out. We're just playing it nice and simple. Mendy. Mendy to Aspi. Aspi inside to Jorginho. Now Gilmour striding forward to us halfway. He's got Ziyech to his right and finds him. Up against Ake. Steps inside. Holds him off, but Ake brings him down. Chelsea free kick. About 10 yards inside their half. Right of centre. Ziyech is... Hudson-Odoi is coming on. Callum's coming on, and it looks as though it's for Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech with 15. He's got a smile on his face, Ziyech. Great goal. Absolute brilliant goal from Ziyech. Brilliant goal. Really was. So Callum's on. Ziyech is getting a hug and a congratulations from everybody on the technical staff. Hudson-Odoi's on. Come on, Callum. Have an influence today, mate. In that number 10 role. Be dangerous. So Chelsea have got the ball. Aspi plays the ball wide right to Reece James, who steps inside Mendy again, and James driving forward 25 yards from goal, holds the ball up under a challenge from Ake. Does well, James. Hudson-Odoi was on his outside, but he holds the ball up. James again. Cross comes in the box, looking for Werner, just over his head, crowded out of it, and Alonso's on the back post, and they get the ball away with Laporte. Chelsea corner. Come on now. Hakim Ziyech has got a wand of a left foot if you give him space. Timo's doing well here. He's being crowded out by both Laporte and Diaz when the cross comes in. But he's trying to hold his own. He's not very big, as we all know, and he's trying to grapple with him. Maybe Ryan and Giroud would be a better option. Cross comes in from Hudson-Odoi, the corner. They win the first challenge. Up in the air. Then Rodri tries to clear it, and he's found Sterling, who comes away with the ball. Alonso's going to foul him to hold him up. But he hasn't, and he's held him up. Now Sterling finds Mendy, who drives forward. He's got a runner on the right-hand side. Gilmour goes out there with Jesus. Edge of our box. He comes inside. Jesus shoots and shoots well wide, claiming it was a corner or a free kick. He's claiming everything. Bloody Jesus. Every time he goes down, he's claiming all sorts. Deary me. He done well to he come inside, but Chelsea by that point, Gilmour's tracking him, brings him inside to where there's bodies of Chelsea players, and does well. Chelsea got a goal kick with Mendy. 13 to go, plus injury time. Chelsea the better team, second half. Sterling with a goal in the first half for Man City. Hakim Ziyech with a goal second half, but Man City right on half time miss a penalty with Aguero, who tries to chip the goalkeeper, who just stands there and catches the ball. Awful penalty. Right, we got a game on here. Right, so Man City have had possession. We forced them all the way back to Ederson. Hudson-Odoi chasing them down. Chelsea have made their 3 changes, don't forget. Christensen hamstring, replaced by Zuma. Jorginho has replaced Conte. Hudson-Odoi's on to replace Ziyech. No more changes. City now just knocking it about the back and the goalkeeper. Laporte now launches one up towards the halfway line, and Jesus has got time to collect it, but he was offside from an offside position. Kurt Zouma gives him a barge out of the way to collect the ball, and it goes square. Jorginho to Aspi. To his left-hand side, bottom of the centre circle, Zouma. To his left is Rudiger. Comes back inside under pressure from Foden. Does well to find Jorginho. Plays the ball forward. Timo Werner's in. He's in on goal. Werner, one-on-one with the keeper, with the defender with him. Werner scores! Is he offside? He's offside. He's offside. He's offside. Chelsea did really, really well. Jorginho spots Werner's in loads of space, but Werner was walking back and he was a yard off, 2 yards off. He does well to hold off Laporte as Ederson comes out as well. Goes round the 2 of them, slots it in, but he's offside. Unlucky. Another Man City change. Zinchenko's on. Mendy's gone off. He's getting done by Reece James. Time and time again, he's been taken off for Zinchenko. Laporte finds Nathan Ake just over halfway. Goes back inside to Laporte. Halfway line. Laporte collects it. Gives it to Ake on his left. There's a run by Sterling. Aspi's read it. Collects the ball. And Aspi goes down. Sterling can't believe the referee's given a free kick. I can't, because he's actually given a free kick to Chelsea. That's about the 3rd one in the game. Ridiculous from the referee. Chelsea free kick. Right-hand side. Our right back position. About halfway inside our half. Aspi takes it short. Jorginho goes wide left to Rudiger. Bucketing down a rain there. Plays it up to Pulisic. Pulisic leaves it for Gilmour. Well done. He's crowded out by 3 players. He flicks it through their legs and Pulisic is away. Pulisic driving towards the edge of the box. Comes inside into his right foot. He's got one more over. Reece James. Cross comes in. Put in by Hudson-Odoi! Oh no, he's offside as well. You're joking. Great play from Gilmour. Pulisic drives to the edge of the box and he drives towards the right-hand side. Lays it off to Reece James. The cross comes in. He's just offside. Just offside. Or was Zinchenko's arm playing him on? VAR looking at it. He's off. He's offside. He is off, I think. Yeah, Hudson-Odoi's off. Unlucky. Unlucky. Great move and a great finish. The ball, brilliant ball from Reece James. And Reece James, oh, hold on. Yeah, he's offside. They're checking. Disallowed goal. It's offside. Unlucky. But Reece James, first time, great ball into the box, just in front of the 6-yard box, and Hudson-Odoi was there to flick it home. But Man City have got a warning. It's coming. Second goal's coming. Right, Man City got the ball. They play the ball over the top. The runner, Jesus, has got him behind Kurt Zouma. Jesus, great challenge, Kurt Zouma. Absolutely brilliant. He's been beaten by Jesus, and he's in the box, and he's driving to the right-hand side of the 6-yard box. It's actually Sterling. Apologies, Sterling. Great run from Sterling. And Zouma looked like he was beaten. Sterling takes one touch. He's about to pull the trigger. As he does, Zouma with a great challenge. Left foot, gets a massive block in. And Sterling goes over, and Zouma comes away with the ball. Absolutely outstanding. Well done, Kurt Zouma. Brilliant challenge. Challenge of the game so far. This is a good game. Both teams, massive respect for each other. Nobody wants to lose this game. This is a chance, though, for Chelsea to take 3 points, jump into 3rd in the Premier League above Leicester, and have a massive psychological advantage over Man City for the Champions League final. We're playing the ball across our defensive line, and now Rudiger strides forward, left-hand side, halfway inside our half, and he plays the ball high. Werner's running in behind, and he's in there. Ederson comes to the edge of his box. Werner collects it by the byline, plays it back inside to Alonso, but he's overplayed it. And Man City are coming away with the ball, and then Hudson-Odoi brings down Rodri. It's Diaz he brings down. Man City free kick. Chelsea are getting in behind now. We're doing really, really well here. Rodri, bottom of the centre circle, wide left of him is Gundogan. Back to Rodri, bottom of the centre circle, inside his own half. looking for a run. He hasn't got one. Rodri, as forced backwards by Jorginho, back to Laporte. Laporte to Aki, back to Laporte. 10 yards inside his own half. Wide left to Zinchenko, right in front of Guardiola. Plays a 1-2 with Gundogan, but Chelsea's all over it. Goes back to Aki. Now Laporte. Again, bottom of the centre circle, looking for a run. Sterling drops deep to get it. Gives it back to Laporte. And now a run over the top. Jesus collects it on his chest. Right corner of our box. Outside of him, Zinchenko. The runner is Gundogan. By the byline. Holds the ball up. Plays it back to the edge of the box to Jesus. On his right foot. Lays it off to Rodri. Goes one more. Right-hand side. And it's Cancelo. Taking on Alonso. Comes inside Cancelo. Left foot. Shanks it. High over the bar. Come on. Guardiola's up, applauding his players. Chelsea look all right here at the moment. Massive challenge from Zuma. Brilliant tackle to deny Raheem Sterling his second goal. He was in on goal and he looks back to pull the trigger. Mendy was rooted to his goal line. Right, he takes the goal kick short to Zuma. He gives it to Rudiger, who gives it to Gilmour. He's played well today, Gilmour. Nice and simple. Zuma. Now Aspi. Up the line's Reece James. Holds it up, then plays it forward up the line. Hudson-Odoi goes with Aki. Aki clears it out of play right in front of Thomas Tuchel. He's got his hands above his head, applauding the Chelsea players for what they're doing. Reece James about to take the throw in. Guardiola gives him a pat on his shoulder. Bit of respect. Takes it short to Hudson-Odoi. And James, good ball. Switches the play to Rudiger, who brings it down. And then finds Pulisic. But Pulisic, bad touch, gives it to Foden, gives the ball away. Foden finds Sterling. Chelsea getting back in numbers. Wide left is Gundogan, but he's forced wide. Gundogan. Cross comes in. Foden, with a flick effort, goes wide. Big chance for City, and he didn't connect properly, and it goes wide. Pulisic left. He just loses possession, Pulisic. He fell over. But Chelsea got back in numbers. Foden run on the near post. He was being covered by Zuma. He flicks it away and it doesn't go anywhere near the goal. The ball literally goes 5 yards, 10 yards wide. Chelsea goal kick. And we take it short again. Reece James has got it. Gilmour, Aspi, up the line. He's got an option. His option is Hudson-Odoi. He's under pressure from Aki. Heads it out of play. Guardiola's applauded. Man City throw him. Guardiola, beckoning orders. Play it to Gundogan. It goes back to Laporte. Centre circle. Bottom of it. Goes square to Aki. Aki to Gundogan. Hudson-Odoi's in front of him. Gundogan's forced inside to Laporte on the halfway line. Plays it inside to Rodri. Foden, right of centre. Drives forward towards the edge of the box and goes outside of him is Cancelo. Drills across into the box. It's come off the back of Rudiger's ankle. Headed back inside by Jesus to Gundogan, who's about to shoot and his shot's blocked. Reece James with the ball now. Chelsea driving forward. Timo Werner's right wing. Laporte comes across and stopped. Werner holds the ball up. He's got Hudson-Odoi making a run in front of him. Holds it up and finds Pulisic, who then holds it up to Jorginho, Gilmour. Michael Alonso's on the left-hand side. Collects the ball. Back to Gilmour, halfway inside their half. Gilmour, ball over the top, looking for a runner, which was Hudson-Odoi. They head it away and they've won the second ball. Gundogan now driving forward, left of centre. Jorginho comes across and holds him up and does well. Zinchenko, little ball inside to Rodri, gives it to Foden, bottom of the centre circle, strides forward. 10 yards, then stops. Sterling makes a run. Zuma's covered him, but then Zuma loses the ball, and then Zuma brings him down. And the referee, he doesn't bring him down. Referee tells Sterling to get up. You've got to book him then. If he dives, book him. Sterling's claiming he's been fouled. It looked more clumsier than Gilmour's. He doesn't actually touch. I tell you what, it looks as though that could be a penalty, you know, that wasn't given. Zuma's legs get tangled up with Sterling. He goes down. It's a penalty, but it's not been given. Definitely gone down, but the referee's watching it. The referee's on the edge of the box. As he goes in, the referee's watching it the whole time and doesn't give it. Maybe the one he gave in the first half has influenced him in that decision. Never mind. We've got the ball with Rudiger. One more on the left-hand side to Pulisic, who collects it on the halfway line, holds it up, back to Rudiger. Big ball over the top, looking for a run of Alonso. He's in! Alonso, left corner of the box, chips the goalkeeper. Oh, he's just gone wide. Unlucky, Alonso. Unlucky. Brilliant from Chelsea. The ball over the top. Guardiola's doing his nut with the fourth official. Claiming offside. He's going mad. Actually, Ederson's got his hands to it. Rudiger, 10 yards inside our half, left to centre. Plays the ball in between two defenders. Alonso's left corner of the box. And he's going to lob Ederson. And Ederson gets a touch on it. And it goes for a Chelsea corner. They're showing the replay of the penalty incident again with Zuma. This is about the 8th time I've seen it. Chelsea corner swung towards the back post. Werner heads it back across goal, but they get it away as far as Jorginho just heads it up in the air. And Jesus brings the ball down. Shut down by Alonso, though, and he drives a long ball forward. And Gilmour, Foden, up against Reece James, and Reece James has covered him off. And then Mendy takes charge and closes the ball out. Deary me. When you see that replay, it was a penalty, but it wasn't given. Now Foden up against Gilmour. Gilmour's done really well to win it off of him. Well done, Billy Gilmour. Rudiger out to Alonso, halfway inside our half. Flicks it up the line to Pulisic, who's able to drive forward. Left wing over halfway. Beats one. He's been taken out. Deary me. Jesus is beaten easy by Pulisic, and he just kicks him. And Pulisic goes down. He kicks him on his knee, and Pulisic's gone down, hold on to his knee. Pulisic, brilliant. Flicks it away from Jesus, who just literally takes him out. Jesus has literally sold himself, and as he skips over him, he just kicks him on his knee. Jesus is booked. He's standing over Pulisic, making sure he's all right. Pulisic is on his knees, being helped up by Alonso. Jesus shakes his hand and apologises. Pulisic is, well, we've made all of our changes. 90 minutes. 3 minutes of injury time to go. Chelsea have got a free kick. They go back to Rudiger. Back to Kurt Zuma. One more along to Azpilicueta. Halfway line. Into feet of Hudson-Odoi. Lays it up to Jorginho. And then he goes again, Hudson-Odoi. He's in behind. Driving into the box, Hudson-Odoi. Gets to the byline. Cross comes in. But he doesn't cross it sideways. He crosses it straight into the arms of Ederson. And Hudson-Odoi's gone down under the challenge of Aki. And he stayed down. Hold on to his left ankle. Zinchenko finds Rodri. Got 10 yards of space, but plays the ball high to Foden, who just gives up trying to head it with Rudiger and Zuma around him. And we go back to Mendy. Mendy ride right to Aspi. Aspi right hand corner of our box. One more out to Reece James. Inside is Jorginho. Does well with a heavy touch to win back possession. Reece James back to Zuma. One more to Mendy. Back out to Rudiger. Chelsea have worked it well, and Rudiger's got acres. He can move forward on the left wing up to halfway, over it. Still striding forward under no challenge. Rudiger, again, now he goes one more outside of him to Alonso. Cross comes in, blocked. He goes up to win the second ball, Alonso, and he does. But they then clear the ball away. Only as far as Jorginho. Great first touch down to Gilmour. Rudiger, back to Gilmour. Jorginho, top of the centre circle. Into the feet of Pulisic. Man City defending in numbers. Pulisic just goes one more to his right to Aspi. Aspi back inside to Rudiger. Zuma. Gilmour. Gilmour from right to left. Or left to right, sorry. Out to Reece James. Inside of him is Hudson-Odoi. Takes on Aki. Comes inside and Werner makes a run. Into the penalty box. Right corner of it. And Werner to the byline. Cross comes in backwards. Alonso! Chelsea score! Chelsea score! Come on! Come on! Sergio Aguero, stick your penalty up your arse. Come on! Massive goal. Brilliant play from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Come on! Guardiola and your team. Ha! What a goal. To be fair, Marcus Alonso, he's made a right mess of it. And because he's made a mess of it, it's gone in. Deary me. Brilliant play from Callum Hudson-Odoi. He gets down the right-hand side. He drives forward. And what he does, he gets the ball from Reece James. And he drives inside. And he flicks the ball to Timo Werner. And it's Werner. Brilliant play from Werner. He gets to the byline. And Werner pulls the ball back to the penalty spot. And as he pulls it back to the penalty spot, you've got Callum Hudson-Odoi and Alonso literally running into each other. And Alonso and Hudson-Odoi, I think Hudson-Odoi flicks it onto Alonso's foot. It comes off of Alonso's foot and deflects up. And Ederson, trying to reach it, he can't. And it goes in the back of the net. And Man City have got it all to do. And they're running out of time. Blow the whistle, referee. Blow the whistle, referee. What a turnaround. We said at half-time that we've got time in this game. Man City are playing, just knocking it forward now. Headed out of play. Gundogan to Zinchenko. Gundogan, 25 yards out. Back to Zinchenko. To Rodri. Chelsea working hard. Blow the whistle, referee. Diaz. One more out to Cancelo. Cross comes in, blocked by Pulisic, and then Alonso fires it forward. And it's gone all the way back over halfway. Diaz is working back to collect the ball. And he now plays it into Rodri on the halfway line. Referee blows a final whistle, and Chelsea have beaten Man City. What a result. What a performance in the second half. What a victory. And that is massive. That's massive for Chelsea. We're in third place now in the Premier League above Leicester. But psychologically ahead of the Champions League final, massive result. Raheem Sterling's going off, shaking his head, giving it some. Ozzy, thank you very much. Brilliant commentary, brilliant result. Have a pint on me. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Well done. We move up the Chelsea. Up the you-know-what Chelsea from Ozzy. Come on, boys. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Deary me. Deary me. Brilliant second half performance. And what a play from Timo Werner for the goal. Thomas Tuchel giving everyone good old, brilliant, giving them hugs and all sorts. Is my thing frozen? Can you still see me? I think my streamers, hopefully it's not. You can. Wicked. This is brilliant from Chelsea. Absolutely brilliant. We've done it. We've turned it around. Tuchel's out on the pitch with everyone, hugging them. He has a special moment there with Billy Gilmore where he just give him a great big hug, and he give him sort of holding on to his head as if to say, well done and all that. My hair's all over the shop. Massive for Chelsea. We go 6 points clear of West Ham. They got a game to play. We're now a point above Leicester. We're 1 point behind Man United. They've got 2 games in hand. Am I still here? I am still here. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Outstanding from Chelsea. Absolutely outstanding. Make sure you smash the like button for me. Subscribe to my channel. And if you want, take up... Oh, Michael Richards looks like he's... Oh, he's got a face on. And the party is over today. They can't celebrate today, Man City. Everyone thought they would. My word. Gerard, thank you very much. Thanks for a great commentary. Guinness on me. This team is unbelievable. Well done. Tuchel is the real deal. I'm going to stay for about another 10, 15 minutes, guys. We're going to do some of your comments after game. But thank you very much for the super chats. Outstanding. Thank you. Oh, my word. My word. Vinny, my girlfriend is more than excited. She's even decided to break curfew hours. She's in the row still celebrating. Brilliant. Well done, her. Terry, Tuchel is still coaching Joe. Pick up Leon. Thank you, Ziyech. Great commentary. Great commentary, Chelsea fans. Love you, man. Thank you, Liam. Appreciate it, mate. I really do. Mike, great coverage. Thank you. I'll come back here on Wednesday for the Arsenal game. Goal, please. So David, yes, goal, please jump up. I did. I was up. I was there. Lee, we definitely need 7 points. Professor Seymour Crumpet, winning at the Etihad isn't for everyone. Diddy, I haven't been able to be in the stream today, but what a game. And from what little I've seen, it's been a fantastic commentary. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, good watch along. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Steve, so proud of the Chelsea boys, top 3. Michael, Chelsea strong till the end, never died. D, brilliant commentary. Really conveyed the excitement. Thank you. Appreciate it. Richard, Daft is the best. Thank you, Richard. Phantom, thank you again, mate, as always. Bad ref calls are part of the game. You take the good, you take the bad. And there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. Go Chelsea. Paul says a masterclass again. John Bailey says, we love you, CD. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Solomon, thank you for your donation, your super chat. Great commentary. Thank you very much. Lee says that Tuchel's really united the boys. Richard says amazing result. Ref was a disgrace. Great commentary. Thank you. Vinny, God bless you. Very great commentary. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Batara, thank you, Ziyech. And what a tackle from Zuma. I have to say, when you do see the coverage of the game, the first one wasn't a penalty, but Gilmour put himself in a position to give the referee an option to give the penalty. The second one definitely was a penalty. Zuma gets tangled with Sterling, and maybe that first penalty incident has had an effect on the referee. He didn't give it, and what's happened? Sergio Aguero, an absolute disgrace of a penalty at half-time, right before half-time. He tries to do the goalkeeper and sell him for Mendy to dive and just chip it. So it just chips into the middle of the net. Mendy just caught the ball. Awful. And now there was an image of Sergio Aguero with his hood up in the stands thinking, what have you done, Aguero? Who cares? Martin, we scored 4 today. We did. We scored 2 and had 2 disallowed. Paul, excellent commentary, Daft. Thank you very much. Steve, TT's really turned us around. He has. When's my match review? I'll do a match review video that will be out tomorrow. Dogbone Great, some commentary CD. Steve, I'm superstitious. Every time I've joined your live commentary, we've won really big games. Keep it up, we're brilliant. Oh, amazing. 69 Trend. Great commentary again, mate. Roll on Wednesday night. Len, no one likes us. We don't care. Come on, you Blues. Aussie, see you next match, mate. Come on, you Blues. Edward, our best team versus their best team. How do you see it? We've got a psychological advantage over them. We've beaten them twice in a few weeks. That's going to be massive in the Champions League final. Ah, oh, dearie me. Leaf Ghosts of Rugby says, we are City's equals again. We are. Professor Seymour Crumpet says, brilliant name. Christensen's injury, blessing in disguise. Zuma is a beast. He is. Clint, no one likes playing us. Tick Bernard says, hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Steve says, I'm calling to the idea of Aguero on a free. Price seems to be a bit high. Jampero, come on, you Blues. Brilliant. Whoever plays is decisive. Classic 93 says, what can we ask more from Tuchel? Richard deserved win today. Martin, worn out you are. You're worn out. Think of me. Old fire. Oh, my word. Terry, no penalty on Sterling. Sterling was going down for the contact. Fair play. Josh, brilliant commentary, mate. Plus this result shuts the haters up. Well done, my Blues. Josh Rock, that was Lee. I think did himself a lot of favours for next season. Michael, we're better than City. Double bubbly this season. Paul Sterling was going over on his ankle before Zuma touched him. Tick Bernard says, we won. Quadri, your commentary is always spot on. You always make it seem as though we're watching live matches. Well, you are. Well, thank you for the comment. Itox, brilliant commentary. You helped me get through work. Thank you, Exotic. I appreciate it, mate. Olsey, let's go. Steve, got to go. Dinner time. See you for the next one. Yeah, I'll be finishing shortly. Kamputi Malenga says, what a great manager. Even Lampard can support him. MXC TV, Hakim Ziyech, the Wizard of London. Do you think Ziyech deserves to play against the Arsenal? I probably think he will. He probably will play. Lee, I think Buddy did himself a favour for next season. He did. He played well today. Nelly, good job. Thanks a lot. No problem. Steve says, Sterling's a quiet baby. Terry, the next meeting will be something to see. The Prime Minister's here. Bojo says, great squad, good effort. Steve Northall left the best for last. Chris, like every game, Zuma has a penalty to give away. Too wild. Martin says, oops. And Professor Seymour Crumpet says, oh, well, break time over. Back to trolling the men's. Nelly, roll on Wednesday. Good job. Virtual Acrobat, Billy and Cho, got to feature more. Jampero says, we'll be getting the white wine out with my pizza this evening. James and Aspie, the best on the pitch. Alap says, your commentary is genuinely absorbing. Great job, mate. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Jane says that Dave played well. Dave says, Anthony Taylor haters, please show of hands. Terry says, Tuchel, please give Timo a rest. Anthony Southall says, Blue Power, delivered by the best CD. Great commentary, matey. Thank you very much. Firestarter, Chelsea win 100%. Will 100% win the Champions League final if they stay fit. Michael says, troll the citizens. Martin says, yeah, he's got to rest Timo. And Dornet Lowe says, one love, respect from Jamaica. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. CFCB, CD, great comedy again. Wearing my Thomas Tuchel shirts has worked again. Unbelievable. Woohoo. Keep the blue flag flying high. Exactly. Hudson is class as well. He can smell blood and he rips his opponents. And like says, let's be honest, old Chelsea doesn't come back to win this game. Tuchel has my respect. Pedroan, good to see you. I can't pronounce that, unfortunately. If you can write in English, if you can speak English, I'd love to read out your comment. Marlon, my Chelsea team always, fire starter. James was destroying down the wing. He was brilliant. He forced Mendy off. Mendy was having a nightmare against him. Terry Honeycutt, Chelsea, another great performance. You are the man of the match. Thank you. Appreciate it, mate. Alap, what is your final front three for the Champions League final? I'm not sure. Werner's got to be there, 100%. Dave Byrne, it's unbelievable. Hudson-Odoi will definitely play more next season. I think he will. Alonso, unbelievable. Every single player is important until the end. Amazing. Lisa doesn't like Anthony Taylor. Fair play. Richard, Hudson, great stuff. Hat-trick, another great performance from Chelsea. Got to go now, Daft. You're still the best over there, mate. Thank you, Hat-trick. Appreciate it. I've enjoyed your day. Paulie, Paolo. We have just turned Man City over with no Mount, Havertz and Kova. Michael says, good night, mate. See you on Wednesday. Good night, Edward. Great commentary, bro. Keep it up. Shout out from Marbella, Spain. Edward, thank you. Professor Seymour Crumpet, Aki got turned so many times. His shirt is inside out. He is. Oh, my word. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for getting involved in the channel. Thank you very much for your comments. Smash the like button for me, all of you, if you can. Because it then it puts it out there to more Chelsea fans to get involved with, and they can come and join the fantastic community we've got on here, which is you guys. I can never thank you enough. Make sure you subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't done so already. Make sure you also hit that notifications bell so you're notified when my videos come out. If you can't watch one of my videos coming out the next couple of days, then come back here on Wednesday night. Chelsea versus Arsenal, live commentary here on the channel. I read a couple more. Fast start. Liverpool are called mentally monsters. I called mentality monsters, but Chelsea are the real ones now. Third in the league. Mohammed, thank you. Appreciate your comment. Gampero, Timo, if he went off, would not have won, and love Billy as well. Stephen, great commentary. Thank you very much. Clint, see you on the next one as well, hopefully. So, guys, that's me. What a performance from Chelsea. Turned it around. Now third in the Premier League. Aguero, disgusting penalty. And that's what you get for taking the mick. Brilliant result. Absolutely brilliant result from Chelsea today. Great performance. Come on. Alonso says, Seeker says top four sealed. Professor Seymour Crumpet says, great channel, mate. See you next time, boys. Smash the like. Thank you. Alonso, we're picking at the right time. Great team, great fans, great show. Thank you, Alonso. Jane, thanks again, Daft. I managed to cast you from YouTube onto the TV without buffering tonight. Great commentary again. True blue. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Jane. Enjoy your evening. Longello, we love your channel. Thank you, mate. Paul says, next time, matey. Monster, look at this Chelsea family. Great job, boys. This is the best thing that's happened to me all week. Great commentary as always. Nelly, thanks to you for the good job. Thank you. Woodsheader as well, and you, mate. See you on Chelsea v Arsenal. Great commentary and vibes as always. Such a good community, and it's you guys. Cannot thank you enough. So, I need to go and spend time with my wife. And celebrate, and then stay tuned for Match of the Day a bit later. And it'll all be about Man City, but who cares? Come on. They're just showing Guardiola go absolutely mental when we scored our goal. He was going mad. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your donations. Thank you again so much. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your evening. That's it from me. What a result from Chelsea. We're third. Massive psychological advantage over City in the Champions League final now. Come on. See you guys Wednesday.